Oh, that's
Yeah.
so depressing.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
it is indeed so depressing. We started on time for once, which means that we have broken the curse, and now everything else is going to go wrong in the show. That's just how it is. That's how it works. The later we are, the better show we have. It's just relative. Now, sadly,
That would be
unfortunately,
so sad.
yes, sadly, we don't have a guest, or we kind of do. We pirated Maru the cat. We sailed up on a ship. We stole the cat. We then put the cat in the show on loop because hey, why not? Because what? What, Jesse? It's pretty cool. It's actually it's a cool cat.
Yeah, that was my impress. Like, who?
That was your
Ooh,
impressed, was it? Wow.
Who?
I don't even know, man. Your mouth is a triangle. My argument is clearly invalid. Well, whatever the case, Maru the cat will be joining us, sadly, because we don't have a guest. We tried to get one, and no one was available for whatever reason, and we couldn't sort it out in time. So, mostly because of the reschedule, and because you guys have now, in America land, gone over to Pacific Daylight Time, or something along those lines. PDT is what you're on right now.
I don't know.
Yep, and
I don't know what
EDT.
it's called.
Yep. So our times were in fact correct for EST and PST, but not for EDT and PDT. If you're confused, you should be, because that's just how it is. It's scary. It's very scary. But of course, our regular 3 pillars that make this very wonky tower that we have here. We have Dodger.
Oh God, are we pills?
And
Hi.
and Jesse is coughing up furballs right now by the looks of it. What are you...
It's something called jungle roar.
Oh no, you ate that!
What is it? What is that? No, hold it up again.
Alex
Me.
sent this to me, and I was gonna try it out last week. It's called roar. Apparently, it means jungle roar, and it tastes like jungle ass. Oh my god!
It's not plop though. It's...
Thank you for sending this
Is
to
it like
me. It's so good. It's definitely a good representation of your native country of Kazakhstan.
Is it one of those like banana meets something else combos? I saw a
No,
monkey
it's
on the front.
like-
That's what I'm asking.
It's like butthole meets tire with the consistency of
What a combo!
What a
like
great.
rubber band covered in salt.
I understand why somebody made that.
Sweden has some interesting ideas, I've got to say.
I swear to God, I will finish this piece. You're so hard though.
I think you need to do a challenge video where you eat all of them
The
as
entire
fast
bag.
as possible.
Yeah, for
Yes.
charity.
Dear
That's guilt tripping.
For
Turku,
charity.
Finland. Why? Is this what people in Finland think the jungle tastes like? Because they're pretty accurate. They're pretty. Screw it. Screw it.
Just on point, legit.
No! Don't do it! Well, this is a good start to the show. I think we'll get more sense out
Why?
of Maru the cat.
Why does this exist?
Why did you do that? Why are you?
It's so salty.
Is that thing got licorice in it? Because most Finnish stuff kind of does. Is there any licorice in that?
Oh yeah, there's black licorice in here too.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Sadly, no plop has actually happened.
Licorice is
yet.
the best. I don't know why you're hating on it so hard.
All right, well,
2 podcasts now.
well, in that case, we need people to send black licorice, salt black licorice plop to Jesse, who can then distribute it to Dodger, who will then eat it after Jesse gags it up. So there you go.
No,
it is.
nope. What's happening?
Hello there, everybody.
Oh, you great! You brought a sock puppet, so at least we can take you somewhat seriously. What is
A
that?
sperm?
It's a
It's a
sperm.
sperm.
It's a
I'm
sperm
so
cell.
happy. I figured that out.
It's a
Someone sent me a
sperm. I'm so happy. Quotes for
Darren.
the box when
Darren
we
sent me a
we go for the
sperm.
retail version of the Game Station podcast. That will be a box quote right there when we release
Why
the,
does it
the
have
greatest
bows?
hits.
You can buy this sperm somewhere. It's a sperm. It's a boy sperm because it has a bow. Boys have bows too. This is really awful.
That was my impression of everything you've said thus far. Yes.
I don't
Can we
feel
start
bad
so
for
I can
you.
not choose-
You ate the one, you knew it was terrible, and then you just put so much of it in your mouth.
And
I
then-
don't
It's
feel
all on my
bad for
cheek
you.
because I'm trying. I can't breathe.
Well, all the Finns now hate you, and you are no longer a man in their eyes. It's
Why?
absolutely that.
I don't. If this is what it takes to be a man in
You are growing a vagina as we
Turkey,
speak.
Finland, God
Jesse.
bless you people.
Oh
What?
dear. So the
What?
Game Station podcast has been known to be about video games, but only sometimes. Just want to point this out. So we can tell you what's coming up in the rest of the show. We will be talking about what we've been playing this week. I have many things to talk about, including, I might add, Unlosing Ranger versus Dark Death Evil Man.
What?
True story.
That sounds like a great thing.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Discuss.
Yeah, we can definitely talk about it. And funnily enough, that is not the complete title. It is actually, I think, Zahu Hero Project, Absolute Victory, Unlosing Ranger versus Dark Death Evil Man. Which is
I don't know what it is, but take my money.
Yes, just take it right now. I'm being told.
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah, I don't want to click this because I think it'll break my Skype and we'll lose all cameras. But someone called Chris Molan, who I have on Skype, who probably means he's a StarCraft from Finland or something, has said you are wrong and that stuff is awesome. But whatever the case, Lumpfish is asking for the cat to be removed.
Wrong, Jesse.
And I say no. I refuse point blank to remove the cat. It's as simple as that. But whatever the
Stuck in my
case.
teeth now.
You'll
it
never
out.
get the aftertaste out of your mouth for the next 3 hours. Dear Lord.
Woo. Woo.
Can I make a challenge for the podcast today? Can we
Okay.
not
Oh my-
talk about Mass Effect?
The problem is one of our trailers is for Mass Effect Infiltrator, but we
No,
can
why would you do that? No.
we cannot we will not talk about the DLC. We'll not talk about the DLC. We'll not talk about any
Okay.
BS like that. We'll very strictly fixate
We'll
on the
only talk
trailer.
about
Only the trailer.
trailer.
Only the trailer.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'm calling you out on
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna
if
start
it-
digging
if
in
it
my
gets-
teeth here in a sec. This is killing me.
Yeah.
Oh, we were talking about Mass Effect? That's a game, right?
So I've been told, yes. We're not talking about the
They
DLC.
say-
We've done it. We're
I
done,
hear.
man. We are done with the DLC. We're washing our hands with it. We had a very, very nasty fight over it last time, if I recall correctly. Jesse had to sleep on the couch for at least a week.
I was drunk the entire time, so I don't remember.
It's all good. So yes, what we've been playing this week, which will be followed by the gaming news that is around this week. There are actually a few things to talk about, funnily enough. Some stuff has been going on. CD Projekt's been saying some things about DRM, so that's kind of cool. The 720 apparently won't have a disk drive. That's probably worth talking about. And Cliff Bleszinski has suddenly had a change of heart and asked PC gamers to please take him back. After only a couple of years ago saying the PC was a worthless platform. So, thanks, bro. We appreciate it, and we definitely forget, and we certainly forgive.
Always.
Always.
Who is that?
I'm not
Grudges?
vindictive. He's the guy who...
This community.
Cliff Bleszinski from Epic, also
Oh,
known as Gears
you
of
said you
War.
said we definitely forget, so that was my.
It wasn't a good joke. It was not a good joke, and you should feel bad. Simple as that.
Give
Also,
the guy a
I'm in
break.
a
He's
room
sitting on a
sitting on a
box.
box.
now.
I am sitting on a box. Damn it!
yeah, this is
I'm
true.
not working with grade A material here. I don't have prep time
He's
for these
just moved,
zingers.
folks.
for these
Do we-
one-line jokes.
Do we have
of
any
gold.
sympathy? Any sympathy for him at all? No. No, didn't think so.
Ever since the
I
second
have, like,
round
a
of that
whole
candy,
chunk of-
no sympathy.
I have a whole chunk of black, it's like that stuff that gets on Spider-Man that turns him into the black Spider-Man that becomes Venom, that Venom goo.
That's what
It's
you
like
got.
a whole chunk in there. It's like I have chaw in
In
my
your
mouth.
mouth.
I want to spit it out, but I'd rather be classy about it and keep it there.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Is that the
for you.
classy option?
Apparently. So he claims. But yeah, I was talking about that. And Diablo 3, which is lacking PvP, apparently on launch. So that's a bit of a kick in the teeth for those who actually want that. Also, this week's trailers, we'll be looking at SimCity, as well as Mass Effect Infiltrator and Assassin's Creed 3 Kill British Edition. Oh, yes. Which... So,
I can't wait.
so it's looking okay.
I should have an American flag back there. I should have an American
Exactly.
flag. Like,
Put it upside down so you confuse people.
Upside down.
It's
Yeah.
like for the last 2 years, that's been there upside down on purpose, and people still think I don't know about it. It's brilliant. And every week I get emails. It's wonderful.
Oh, don't say that. if I do that, I'm gonna get the emails I'll get will be like, I'll find you.
And we know where you are now, apparently, Jesse, because you showed a picture of your apartment, and now people have figured out where you live. Well done.
Oh my
well
God! Yesterday I did a video that was like, "Hey, this is where I live," and then I pointed the camera out the window and said, "Oh yeah, my next door neighbor is a tree." And I got like 12 emails that were like, using an algorithm that I created, I pinpointed using Google Maps exactly what street you live on. I'm just trying to find the block. I'm like, holy shit! Like, well, I'm gonna die.
They just love you so much, Jesse.
That's not love. That's like, this son of a bitch messed with TB too many times, and now I'm gonna kill him. Now I'm gonna kill him. Yep.
That is
I'm gonna die, aren't I? If it isn't this candy, it's gonna be someone else that'll kill me. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm honestly surprised that you're already like up and running, though.
That was pretty quick.
Oh,
when did you get that?
No. I scheduled for some reason in California, the godless heathens here. It's Sunday, and the cable guy was out here at 8 a.m. He was like, "I'll be there," and so I got that hooked up, and then I set up my desk and my computer stuff about an hour before we started, rushing hurriedly through, and then I realized I don't have a chair. Because all I have is my computer stuff and a TV. So I'm sitting on a box.
Classy.
Could have sat on the TV.
Yeah. It would have gone right up my butt. Right up my butt. I would have a TV up my butt. A TV up my butt.
That would have been a hard thing to deal with.
Doctors. Explain that to the doctors.
I'm sure it's nothing they haven't seen before. Let's be honest.
It is California. Let's be honest. That's
Yeah. They made an entire book of things that they found in people's booties.
Very much so.
It's unfortunate.
We've heard about the craziness. And yes, the rest of the show we will have a look at some game station videos from this week, highlights, as well as plug ourselves repeatedly, not with televisions. We'll just
not with television.
No, we're gonna tell people about our stuff, and that'll be the podcast as always. And it's always good to do it on this channel because maybe about 95% of what's streamed on the Twitch TV channel is StarCraft, and then the StarCraft guys come in and they're really confused. It's the best thing ever. I love it. It's almost like I do it on purpose, almost. We could have made another channel for this, but we're not going to, because it's always fun to see them stumble in. They stumble in. It's like they're stumbling drunk, and there's lights. It's like, they rub their eyes, and they look around like, what?
If anything, we should take 5 minutes. We should take 5 minutes out of every podcast and pretend like we're playing StarCraft. Like we're doing so when they show up, we're like, oh, he's going in for the Zerg Rush. Oh my god! All right.
Yeah, we should just do that. We should just stream it.
No, he's mashing his Protoss Annihilator 7s.
Go on.
I don't know unit names. I know the big ones.
Continue.
There's the big ones. And then there's the little tiny ones. And then there's the I know the mothership because that's the one I would use the most.
Can there be a video of just you trying to cast StarCraft?
I'm surprised you haven't done it yet. It seems like the kind of thing
Holy shit! Look at that thing!
Ideas.
It's doing something! And then there's something over there! Oh my god, what is that? That building needs more gas! Speaking of gas, right? And that's how it would go. Because
yeah, I just see that happening.
I would eat a Chipotle burrito while I broadcast it too. This is the best fucking thing I've ever seen! Look at that thing! Oh my god!
Dude, I think that there's a Chipotle really close to you. Not that I know where you live, but I think there's a Chipotle really close to you that has like infant-sized burritos. So you should go there.
Infant size, eh?
That's a good bit of branding. It's like, well, we can't legally allow you to eat a baby, but this is close.
So large. Anybody who saw my 24-hour live stream, I got an infant-sized burrito from them during my live stream, and it was a thing. It's a thing that happened.
Amazing. Done.
That's pretty incredible.
I need 2 StarCraft 2 players, the best in the world. I need the 2 best StarCraft 2 players in the world right now, and we will do a live stream where they play only using motherships. And I
You realize you're only allowed one of the ship on each team, right? That would be a very boring fight.
Only motherships and defensive structures. And I broadcast eating a giant Chipotle burrito. Yes. Done.
Yep.
That is happening. Get in touch with me, XSephiroth7X, and Doomy 22. I assume those are the best players in the world, right? Those sound like player
Doomy
names.
22 is legendary.
Legendary Zerg player. Legendary. He's the one who came up with the Queen Rush. I think there's a Queen Rush. True story.
Queens don't really rush. The problem with queens is that queens move really slowly. So you can't really queen rush as much as you can queen hobble. It's not as good.
No, he queen rushed. He came up with the Queen Rush. It's a dance.
Continue. Go on.
He does that while he plays. He's like, what? It's got to get the shoulders in. Right? And then the other guy, X Sephiroth 7X, he is the guy who created the Terran Medic Rush. True story. They're famous. If you don't know who these people are, you clearly are on a good podcast.
Across the 10 kingdoms. Everyone knows.
Oh, man. Yes, we've added a second cat to the podcast because I just feel that they contribute more than Jesse at this point, so...
I was about to say, at this point, they're doing way more than I could ever do.
Yes. I just want to point out Mario the cat is not, in fact, my cat. It's certainly not me. It's not my cat. You should definitely go on YouTube and search for Mario the cat, because there are many Mario the cat videos. This is just one of them. I think this is Mario 3, the Marowing, or something along those lines.
There are many Marus. This is mine.
This is the one where he discovers his past and goes off to avenge his fallen people, but he doesn't do it very well, as you can see. He kind of gets distracted by the box. So
Mario is the greatest of cats.
It's a good lead up for a sequel. It leaves it wide open. Speaking of wide open for sequels, did any of you see the latest Three Musketeers? No.
No, I wanted to so badly.
No, all right. I just want to point out that movie, and I know where you're going with this. The ending of that was like, guess what? We're gonna make a sequel. No, bitches, you ain't gonna make a sequel because that movie sucked.
No, they will though. You are well aware that they will. They left. Could they have left that any more open for a sequel than what they did?
Nothing happened. Really. Tell me what happened in that movie plot-wise. Nothing happened in that movie.
Yeah, it did.
Nothing. No, it didn't.
I'm not going to spoil it for people that haven't seen it, because it was hilariously corny and terrible. So bad that it was good, in my opinion.
You need to see it
immediately.
I can't.
It's got airships.
I don't know.
And flamethrowers.
I can't imagine. No, okay, never mind. There's like 5 bad guys in that movie, and only one gets it. And the other's like, we'll be back in the sequel, we will. Horrible. In fact, I was comparing that. I finally, before I left to drive to LA, I finally beat Rage, right? And I was comparing the ending of Rage to every movie, just like Three Musketeers, where it ends and it's like, you do something, it's way over the top, and then they have this like ending, and you're like, what the hell was that? Where's the ending to this? And it's like, see you in the sequel. Like, no, do not make a sequel to this. Give me my ending.
But there was an ending.
Give me my ending.
The ending was entirely legit and completely predictable. It was there. It was right there. I don't know how you missed it, really.
Horrible.
You probably just wasn't paying attention.
My goal this week is to find time to go see the movie John Carter, because I don't understand what that's about. Someone tell me. I love how the trailers for the movie are seriously like, have you seen Star Wars? Have you seen Lord of the Rings? Have you seen like all? It's like John Carter was before all that.
It's Disney though,
totally
isn't it?
John Carter on Mars.
It's
gonna be great.
It's just it looks okay. It's like this looks like Avatar. And
what it looks like is that they took. It's unfortunate. I guess everyone's saying like it's before it, like the story was created before all the things that came after it, like Star Wars, stuff like that.
A long time ago. Yeah.
Right, but the problem is that all those things stole from this subject matter, right? And so like when you see the movie, it's the aliens look like you're getting stuff from Avatar. You got monsters that look like you're getting the arena scene in Star Wars Episode 2, right? And basically everything is just a hodgepodge of all sorts of stuff that's been done before. And I'm like, that's a shame. That's a real shame.
But at the same time, it's a live action Disney movie. Anybody who's going to that
kind of be like, it's kind of like, I guess it'll probably end up being something like when I went to go see the first Pirates of the Caribbean, and I went in like, this is going to suck balls. And then I was like, that's kind of good. That's kind of okay. I kind of like that.
We've got Mecha Jesse in the house right there, thankfully.
I was going to say, is your mic tripping balls?
Not.
It's Skype.
Don't trip my balls.
There you go.
That is okay.
It's working now.
No.
Stop. You can stop it now. Jesse.
Not okay.
Jesse.
What?
Talk about video games.
Let's talk about games.
Yes, we've had our 15-minute preamble of nonsense before the rest of the nonsense. So let's talk about video games. So, Jesse,
TV, what did you play?
Oh, you want me to talk? Okay, we can go on for about an hour. Like, the first thing I want to talk about is Journey. I want to talk about Journey. Do you know what Journey is?
Boom, 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 boom,
No,
boom, boom.
not that Journey.
Boom, 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 boom. No.
No. I saw it coming a
Boom,
mile
boom,
away.
boom.
I gave you your few seconds of satisfaction. So, Dodger, what's Journey? Do you know about it?
I don't know enough about it to like talk about it intelligently. I haven't played it at all,
Yep.
but I know that it's from that game company who made Flow and Flower,
Correct.
and it's more of like an open world game. Yeah,
Yes.
or no?
Yes. Sort
It's
of.
more open worldy, and it's their first game where you are like some sort of a humanoid, so it's like kind of a different thing for them, and you
Yes.
walk around in a desert, and every now and then you have the possibility of seeing other players, so there's kind of an MMO aspect to it. Did
Yep.
that wind up being in the final product?
Yes.
That's really
Yes.
all that I know.
Yep, you're pretty much bang on all of that. Admittedly, I wouldn't call it MMO, certainly, because you can only really get one other player in there at any point.
Okay.
So that's that really isn't a big deal. But what it comes down to is I would describe it as an ambient platformer. As in, the point of it is to get to a destination, and it may involve jumping sometimes, which it can, and sometimes it involves flying. But aside from that, the game's kind of about just it's hard to describe, because I'd say it's more about enjoying the ride than anything else. Because you start in this desert and you see this mountain in the distance, and it's got this big glowy thing, and like, right, okay, this must be the destination, right? And it is, that's where you need to go. And you set off in that direction, and you're going across this desert, and you're like, this is weird, because there's nobody here. Nobody at all. The entire place is empty. And then eventually you see some pieces of cloth flying around the place. I'm like, okay, what happened here? Was there an accident at a sewing factory? But no, this cloth gives you power, and it gives you the ability to fly. And I suppose the only kind of the only UI element that the game really has, in fact, the game is actually completely devoid of UI in any sense of the word, is on your character, you have this kind of scarf around your neck, and the scarf gets longer as you sort of gather up more cloth, and this allows you to fly for an extended period of time.
Oh, okay.
So the point is to get...
No, don't say, oh, okay. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It makes
You
sense.
gather
You're
a
saying it like it doesn't make any
World War
sense.
One aviator. No, you can't go, oh, okay. Like, he's like, well, you wander a desert, and you find scraps of cloth, and then you make it a scarf. What the? No, you can't go.
Hey,
oh, okay.
hey, finding pieces of fabric and being able to fly or glide with them goes all the way back to the Aladdin Capcom game. This has happened before.
All of this
I
has
need to
happened
know more
before,
about
and
this,
it will happen
'cause-
again. Okay, I can tell you more.
I need to know more about this
Okay,
game.
right.
Continue, because
Continue.
I'm a
Okay.
little confused, because all I heard was you wear a World War One aviator scarf and you fly, which I guess kind of
It's
doesn't
not
make
an
sense. So you're
aviator
right.
scarf, but all right, okay, so
Okay, never mind.
right, so let me tell you more. So you never hear a single word in this entire game, right? Not a single word is spoken. There are pictures. There are like pictograms and hieroglyphics in certain areas that might try and tell you the story, and there's the occasional cutscene, which is also completely mute, I might add. No words, once again, are spoken, that will show you some little animations here and there to try and give you a hint of to why, who you are, why you're here, and why basically everything's screwed up. And as you go through the world, you realize basically everything living in this world is made of cloth one way or the other. There's these little flying bits of cloth that you can release from these cages, and then they give you power and stuff. And there's also they're kind of like flying fish or squids made of cloth that will actually kind of follow you around. And it's a very odd world, because there's nothing technically
Friend or foe?
living in it, but it's really
It's just a desert.
It's not just the desert. I don't want to spoil it, but it's not just the desert.
Okay. I won't. This is something that sounds like something that you're selling it very well in a really crappy way. Like,
It's really hard to sell this, because it's barely a game. Like, it is a game in the sense that you control your character, you have to move your character, and you will have to basically jump and occasionally press another button in order to get forward.
So this is that other side of the fine line between Dear
This and
Esther
Dear
and this.
Esther.
There's like that line.
Yeah,
Right.
but it
But
is
except it lets you do
essentially a
things.
platformer, though. because you will have to bypass areas that require you to jump or fly or get elevated on something one way or the other. So it is a game. It's not a hard game. It's not designed to be a hard game. I think there was one point where I was momentarily confused about where to go. There are areas which you can explore, but you will end up in the same place anyway eventually. But you will find things in these various areas like power-ups for your scarf and more kind of hieroglyphics and things to give you an impression of the story. But the really interesting part is the fact that Dodger was mentioning earlier that it's got this multiplayer component. It does. At any point,
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, at any point, a second person looking identical to you, and I say person, you don't even know what you are. You look like kind of a marionette, once again, kind of made of cloth with little eyes, but you can't see a face. So you're this kind of this nondescript character, genderless, and the second one will appear, and just out of nowhere, yeah, and it will be very smooth because they'll deliberately only put this person in when you can't see them, so they're not just going to appear in front of you. It's like they were there to begin with. You like crest the ridge and suddenly you see another guy that looks like you and you end up following this guy around maybe, but you can't communicate with them. You don't know who they are. It doesn't tell you who they are on PSN. At the end of the game it tells you all the people you've traveled with. It gives you their IDs, but during the game it doesn't say anything. There's no voice comms, no text chat. The only way you can communicate is via this series of sort of, it's almost like singing tones really. There's one of the buttons you can press is like kind of a sing button, and it'll make
like
these...
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
It is actually very... Yes, absolutely. So it actually does sound quite like that, although it's a bit more melodic because it's more of like a piano kind of chime. And you can sort of try and communicate with them by either holding the button down to get a longer tone, or you can basically do Morse code, I guess. But it's weird because you feel like when you discover new things with this player, and you're always going to be awe-inspired by this game, because it's like, it is the best-looking game I've ever seen. Graphically, it blows everything out of the water. It is so good-looking. And it's the art style and the fidelity of it. The way that the sand moves under your feet, and sometimes, like, on a steep hill, you slide down through the sand, and the sand moves, and in a really realistic fashion, the wind blows the sand along, and you've got a massive view distance. You can see all sorts of crazy stuff. The architecture blows me away in terms of how great it is. And every time you find something awesome, you know that, like, the player you're with has like seen the awesome thing too, and he'll go up and he'll look and he'll start like maybe hitting the tone button, like he'll start making noises. You don't know what they mean, but you'll make noises back, and it's like you're trying to communicate with someone you don't understand. And it's a really weird feeling. Like I played the whole game through, and it takes about 90 minutes to finish. It's not designed to be a long game. It does bear maybe a second playthrough, but you can do it in about 90 minutes. And I was completely engrossed by it the entire way through.
Do you know if I'll be honest. Well, first off, is this only for PlayStation, or is it for? So,
exclusive.
So basically, what you're telling me. Okay, fine. So what you're telling me is that now I have to go and get this. But more importantly, is it where, like, in one playthrough, will you see everything? No. Is it random generated, or
it's
is
not
there
random generated? But there are you feel like you're in a wide open area pretty much all the time, and you kind of are. It's obvious where you need to go, but the game doesn't punish you so much for going off the beaten track. There are places where you'll just kind of get to the end of the world and wind sort of blows you backwards, but there's actually a lot to explore, and you don't see everything the first time through. You'll probably miss stuff, because the way that the game paces itself, and it paces itself in a really cool way, both visually and with audio, yeah? Like, the music is perfect. Like, for every area, the music is just spot on. It's just like a film score. In sense of...
Does this game have a website?
Yeah. If
I gotta look this thing up.
Yeah, look for Journey by... It's called That Game Company is what made it. They've made Flow and Flower before. And it was part paid for, I think, by Sony, which is why it's Sony exclusive. I don't think it's out yet for the general public. There was a pre-release for anyone that has PlayStation Plus. You could get it like a week early, and I got it under that and played it. But I'm fairly sure it's
out Tuesday.
Tuesday or
Wednesday.
Says
the 13th.
Yeah. But
this is their last exclusive game,
yes,
though.
it is,
I think.
Yeah,
I think that their contract is up, so they're going to be looking into other.
Oh, look at the graphics on this game. What the?
Yeah.
That I love the art. Like, the screenshots are actual legitimate screenshots of the game.
Yes, these are legit screenshots. It looks even better in motion. Trust me.
Seriously. It seems like I can't even think. The art on it is gorgeous.
Yes, it is. It really is. It's beautiful. And, like, the funny thing is they deliberately only show you, like, the desert areas because there are more than that. I don't want to spoil it again, but there are more areas that look even more amazing than that. The final section, for some... It's like... I don't like to say tearjerker because I don't think I've ever felt tears at a game or whatever, but, like, it does make you feel something emotionally. It's like, you just get hit by something, it's like, whoa. Like, that is really impressive in terms of what the game's kind of led you up to by that point. And you do feel like it's partly a really enjoyable ride, and in places it's partly a struggle. You never feel frustrated by it, but you know that your character's kind of is going through a really hard journey, and it is a struggle to get where you want to go. And there are several areas in the game where you really do have to struggle hard, and it does feel like you're struggling. So by the time that you get up to your goal, you do feel something. I don't know what you will feel by the end of it, but I know that some people have said, you know, they played it maybe with their kids watching, and some of their kids at one point in the game, which you'll probably figure out, actually did burst into tears. There is a part which, you know, it's kind of emotional. I mean, for me, I didn't give a damn because I'm cold-hearted and cynical and too old for that shit. But like, yeah,
You're saying I need tissues. I'm gonna need tissues.
Oh, damn it! Did I just break the Journey website? God damn it! Sony.
I'm on it right now. Oh,
Every
damn!
time.
Now, yeah, it's broken. I went to go click
Every
another
time
link and it
we
was like,
mention
nope.
anything.
Sorry, guys.
Nope.
It's okay. You can
have to
go
say,
make
I'm-
yourself feel better by breaking tunagaming.com once again, as we've been doing all week.
Gaming.com.
Go,
tunagaming.com.
And gaming.
tunagaming.com.
I'm
Tunagaming.com.
really excited about that game company in general because I feel like they just
Yes.
keep doing more and more interesting things, and their games are always so beautiful. And that's not everything, but aesthetics combined with really innovative gameplay.
Yeah, and
I think
they use.
make really interesting games.
I think that they're on the right side, as you said, the whole DRS thing. I don't want to focus too much on DRS, though, obviously, because people get mad when I bash that game. But the thing is that they're kind of on the right side of gameplay and story and ambience. Like, there is just enough gameplay in it for it to be a game. It is identifiably a game. And there are game mechanics within said game. But the game mechanics never get in the way of showing you cool stuff, ever. Like, you could give Journey to someone who's never played a game, and they'd probably figure it out very fast. And they would have a lot of fun with it, too, because there is so much to see. And I say, it is a short game, but I don't have a lot of time these days, so to me, a night you're in a game is cool. I can finish that game in one sitting, and I'd probably play it again, maybe once again, so I'll get about 3 hours out of it. I think it's $10, if I recall correctly, so some people might say that's not enough, but for quality over quantity, I think that game it excels. There's not a bad part in that game at all. It's, for what it is, it executes it pretty much bang on perfectly. I can't think of a way of making that game any better than it is. I really can't.
Sweet.
It's awesome. And you should try it. Without
There you go.
question.
Gotta play it.
Please try it.
Gotta play it then.
You'll regret it if you don't. I really think you'll get something out of it. So I loved it. Journey was very surprising to me because I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did. Especially since I kind of previewed it at Eurogamer on an incomplete build about 6 months ago, and I had no idea what was going on. Like, it spawns you in the wrong place. I ran
really?
right into a wall for about 8 minutes. Apparently the developers watched that and got mad because, like, why didn't you go that way? It's like, your port wasn't set up properly. It's not my fault. But never mind. So yeah, Journey, absolutely, 100%. PS3, do it. And I've got a bunch of other games I want to talk about, but I would like to hand it over to Jesse. Why don't you talk about what you've been playing other than Drive Across the Country, which doesn't sound like a very fun game to me.
No, it wasn't. I spent Monday through Friday driving across this great nation of ours, and it turns out 90% of it is boring as shit. Just boring. Seriously, at a certain point, after you pass like New
I've done that
Mexico,
drive.
it's just desert, and it's like, what is going on? I must have spent 4.5 hours from, I don't even know where. Somewhere, New Mexico, Arizona, some Flagstaff, Arizona, from Flagstaff to just like scared to death that something would happen to my car, that I would be stuck on the side of the road and die there. Because there's nothing. It's horrifying. And then I got here and as I explained in my video, I was like, this is my apartment. But I literally have my computer stuff, a TV, and clothes, and that's it. So, and my Xbox. And so I went and tried to set up my Xbox, and it was like, nope, not going to work for you. Battery's dead, fool. Apparently, the battery is just dead. I don't know why. I can't explain to you why.
Wow.
But so I either have to get a new one of those or figure out something else. So I had no games to play, and I just hooked my computer up now. Again, my only comfort was in playing iPhone games.
Which iPhone games
saved
did you
me
play?
Again.
Which iPhone games? Let's talk about iPhone games.
The one I've been playing for months and months. Bard's Tale.
Bard's
That's
Tale,
it.
yeah.
I love that game. Yeah,
That's great. Well,
I
it's
talked
PC
about that
game,
before,
you know.
so it's nothing new.
It's PC
Yeah.
and console game, and it's funny actually how there's been a few games that have been translated to iOS devices that worked really well. I played Sid Meier's Pirates on iPad, and it was great. It was really great. It was actually a very cool way to play because controlling your ship just kind of by just moving your fingers on the screen is actually very, very effective. The same with the sword fighting, actually, because anyone who's played Sid Meier's Pirates knows the sword fighting system was like, there was up, middle, and back, and also block on various levels. That works perfectly with gesture controls. It's great, and it's a great translation from the PC version. I played a ton of it on iPad, so there you go.
I downloaded Chrono Trigger, right, for the iOS devices, and I got it. That is garbage.
Yeah?
Garbage.
No,
because I was like,
what?
Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger's the greatest game. Like Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VI are like what I like. That created this you see before you today, and those two games are amazing. And so Chrono Trigger was all about like they do not have that. Downloaded it instantly. I swear to God, it's like $9,000. It's just a ludicrous amount of money to download that game. When every other game you can download is super cheap, which makes no sense. So I got it, and I was like, this is gonna be great. It's impossible. Like it is impossible to play. The controls are crap. Just the graphics. It's like they took the I'm trying to think. The report for the PlayStation that they did, where they added the animation to it for the cutscenes, that, and then like lowered the FPS to maybe 10. It's really bad.
How do you screw up Chrono
So yeah, I tried to
Trigger?
play that.
How do you do that?
I think it's CRONO. It's not like instead. Because isn't the
is it not
character's name
official?
Chrono CRONO? No.
It's not actually the Square product. I'm very surprised they would allow that.
Are you sure?
I don't know. Is it? Like I said, is it
Chrono
actually?
Trigger has an H in it.
Yes, it does.
Well, then the character's name is Chrono. The character
No,
is
it's
CRONO.
it's on. I'm looking at it on the iOS store right now. It is Square Enix. It's Square Enix once again with their history of providing the most expensive games on iOS. Christ.
Right.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Expensive broken games.
Look at the reviews. The reviews say
Love
exactly what I
sweetness.
thought. Like
I
the
see no
reviews
complaints.
pretty much say-
Chrono Trigger and yes, but I'm not actually seeing those in reviews. To be fair, this is the UK store. It is entirely possible that the people in the UK are idiots. So yeah, just saying.
they're probably
Upside down flag. No
I'm probably the only
patriotism
person in
here.
the world who hates it. But
Well, no,
I
you're probably
was
right.
like, this is unplayable.
Yeah,
It was not very fun.
I was looking
And
into.
it made me mad that I didn't have it. Because I wanted to play. Because now I have a hankering for Chrono. Like I want to go back and relive the whole thing.
Get it on
Like,
DS, it's
I love
much
getting
better.
Frog swords and everything. Oh man.
The DS
I'll play
version
that
is
again.
awesome. You should just get that one. It's a way
So good
better
for
thing.
DS.
I was thinking of getting Final Fantasy Tactics on iOS, but I've heard that that's still got issues as well. The PSP version had some really horrendous performance issues, like loading times were really bad, and I think
That's
that
what I heard.
there was slowdown on various spell effects. It's like, the game's 2D sprites. How the hell did you manage to screw that up? But apparently you can.
Do you remember the game Ogre Battles? I'm not sure what it was called.
Yes, Tactics Ogre.
overseas.
I
That was the.
I have been
I'm
playing
looking for that game right now.
on
by the way.
PSP. PSP has a version called Tactics Ogre Let Us Cling Together. That's the latest version of it. Yeah, they have always had some weird titles. I don't even know what's going on with that.
Let us cling together.
Let Us Cling Together. Yeah, it's very odd, but yeah, Tactics Ogre, aka Ogre Battle. The last version of that was PSP. You can download it on the Vita, so I did, and it's awesome. In terms of just like a 2D tactics game, it's great. There's very little wrong with that game.
Yeah, I loved the I'm not sure if it has a subtitle elsewhere, because sometimes, or especially early on, like when that game came out, they, like, for example, in the whole Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy 6 thing.
Yeah.
So it was Ogre Battles here. I have no idea if it was like Ogre Battles clinging together forever with friends. Right? I don't know what the subtitle was, but it was.
They changed things
that was
around
a
a bit.
fun game.
They had some very crazy titles, actually. That March of the Black... Let's see. Yeah, Ogre Battles.
That's what it was. It was
March of the
Ogre
Black
Battles,
Queen.
March of the Black... Yes.
Yeah, try this
That's what it
one.
was.
Ogre Battle 64, Person of Lordly Caliber. Yes. I told you, they all have really crazy subtitles. Yeah, Let Us Cling Together is one. Legend of the Zenobia Prince, The Knight of Lotus, but Person of Lordly Caliber was... that's just great.
That's pretty classy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let Us Cling Together, I think, was actually originally a PlayStation game, PlayStation 1, and then they just brought it out on PSP again, with which was a better version. But yeah, apparently that one did come out in 1995, so they then re-released in, I think, 2010, if I recall correctly, for PSP. But that series is really good. Tactics Ogre and Ogre Battle are great. They're so good. Big fan of them.
True facts.
True facts, indeed. Dodger, what have you been playing
Dodger's
this week?
like, I didn't play that game.
No, apparently not.
I'm trying. I'm trying to find the name of the game because I was at GDC this week.
Oh la di
so...
da! Aren't we special? Tell us. You need to tell us about GDC, of course.
Huh? Wow,
Jesse,
guys, wow.
Really, Jesse. Is that necessary?
The Queen's tear. Wait, I guess this is kind of like it's two mockingbirds with one stone. We'll call it.
That was a thick pun that just happened.
Oh god.
Really thick pun. Okay, guys. So I played so much Street Fighter Cross Tekken this week because we drove, the place where we were staying for GDC was about 40 minutes out of San Fran. So a lot of my time was spent in the car. So it was a lot of iOS games and then the indie showcase games and then Street Fighter Cross Tekken whenever we were home. And that game is great, by the way. I absolutely love it. And for the indie showcase games were hilarious. The Johann Sebastian Joust game, I sat around and watched people
Joust.
play.
I'm sorry, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't get to get away without telling us about that game. So come on.
Okay.
Give up the goods.
This game is I think it won one of the awards, but you have your PlayStation Move controller and you walk around each other, and depending on if the music is playing really fast, then you can move really fast. If the music is playing slow, then you have to move slow.
Okay.
And so you're trying to sneak up on each other and jar each other enough that the PlayStation Move controller is jarred enough that you're out of the game. So it's just people
basically
walking around, shoving each other.
This game is advocating real physical violence. Is that what you're trying to tell me here?
Yeah.
Wow.
Straight up. It was hilarious. It was really, really funny to watch. And I played it once, and I failed really badly at it. It was really, really bad. But one of the issues, in my defense, one of the issues was that the music you couldn't really hear because we were in, there were so many people around.
Yeah.
So you couldn't hear if the music was going fast or slow. So I was always going slow, and then people were just shoving me. And then I would fail. So that was a game. And then... what was the other? That was a game that happened, and gosh, I'm trying to remember what the name of the other game was that I played a lot of. The iOS game I played a lot of is called Draw Something. If any of you have played that, it's ridiculous.
Is it actually just called Draw Something, or did you forget the rest of the title?
It's called Draw Something.
Oh,
that is the actual game.
I thought it was Draw Knight or Draw Warrior, and it's just you know what? I can't remember the rest of that title.
Something.
It's just called Draw Something, and you just draw a picture, and then the other person tries to guess what you drew, and then they draw you a picture, and you try to guess.
So it's Pictionary.
Pictionary, then.
It's Pictionary.
It's a Pictionary game. It's pretty standard.
Okay.
It's Pictionary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but most of my time was Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and I am loving that game.
I wish
That's
I could, but sadly, once again, and I don't want to even get into it, but it's another DLC issue. It is. They did.
No.
Those of you who don't know, there are 12 characters on the disc which are not available in the release of the game. 12 full, complete characters. They're probably not properly balanced, but somebody hacked the disc to basically play all of them without having to download anything. You just play all the 12 other characters. They're locked for future DLC monetization, which is a bit.
Wait, are we still talking about draw?
No, we're talking about Street Fighter X
No, we're
Tekken. Get
Street
up to.
Tekken.
You don't even listen, do you?
There are
Wait,
DLC characters that are
Didn't we
already
talk
on
about this
this.
before, though?
No, we didn't.
Didn't we mention this before that
No.
there were super secret characters and that you had to unlock them with a thing,
No.
and we were like, oh, I'd be so mad if I had to unlock a character, and I was like, I don't care, I buy all DLCs because I'm a whore. And then you were like, shut up, and I was like, rah, 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 rah.
This is Mass Effect
We've
3.
been down this road.
Arguably, this is worse. But
We have been down this road, yes.
we have
but-
been down the road before, but the point remains the same, and sadly, as a result, I just won't buy the game. But there are also rumors that the PC version, which is coming out a few months later, will actually have the characters unlocked anyway. Because Capcom knows that if it's on the disc, PC gamers will hack it anyway, so they might as well just give us everything.
Like,
So I'll probably just wait until
know-
then. But I wouldn't buy the console version, though. It's like... It's just a tease. It's like, here's the disc, there's 12 extra characters, which may include your favorites. Like, I think Dudley is one of them, if I recall correctly, who's a fairly popular character. And it's like, well, you can't play them, but later on, we might let you buy them, but they're on your disc right now. So it's like, what?
Yeah, I'm waiting. I haven't bought it yet. I'm waiting until I can buy the PC version.
Yeah.
For that reason. So
Yeah, I'll wait for the PC version. That was always the best one anyway. You could customize skins, you had higher resolution. It's all good. Hopefully they don't use games for Windows Live
fighting
again.
game mods are like one of the high points of my life.
Yeah.
Just seeing things that people do with these games on PC
I
is
used
so
to
great.
fight my Dan was skinned as Link, and it was awesome. So there you go.
Yes.
I was
Love
a fan
it.
of that.
Love
I had a couple of other
everything about it.
pretty awesome skins. Well, Hulk Hogan skin for Zangief and stuff like that. It's all good. But
Just
ooh,
so
yeah.
happy.
That's Macho Man. That's Macho Man. Sorry. Hulk
That
Hogan
is
would just be like, "Ugh,
Randy
I'm
Savage.
a real American. That was Hulk Hogan's theme song.
I know it was
But
Hulk
for
Hogan
the
theme song.
rights
Thank you.
of every man.
Yes,
Right? And he carried the American flag. Hulk Hogan was the best, brother.
indeed.
No, brother.
Right?
That-
Brother.
Yep.
He was awesome. He was
Hulk
awesome.
Hogan.
The best thing is you could also just download sound packs as well, so you could actually have him sound like Hulk Hogan, no problem at all. It was pretty fantastic. So there you go. That's why every fighting game should be on PC, because you can put Hulk Hogan in it. That's a good reason.
Yep.
That's good, right? Yeah,
Yep.
that's valid
the
development reason
reason.
there. But yeah. So I'm
I
not
want
touching it
modern.
further.
I want present day Hulk Hogan in the game. That's what I want.
Confirmed as a downloadable character for Mass Effect 3 with crucial lore
Hulk
elements.
Hogan.
Yeah. Or do I mean Hulk Krogan? Ah!
Yep.
Oh. Ha! What? My box underneath me is slowly crumbling. So
I noticed you're getting lower as the podcast
keep getting
continues.
lower. We need to go to commercial very soon because it's gonna end very badly. Very badly.
Gotta switch boxes. Gotta switch boxes.
We can't do it yet because we haven't
Me up.
talked.
This is not working good. Oh,
We haven't talked about ZHP, Absolute Victory on Losing Ranger versus Dark Death Evil Man, so we cannot.
That is true.
that might be worth it.
We
That
haven't.
might be
Yeah.
worth it. I'd fall through a box for that.
All right, so those of you considering a Vita or who already own one may be aware that they have added a price drop section to the store, which is really good because it's filled with PSP games, and more and more of the devs are just saying, screw it, PSP's dead, all our games are like £6 or whatever. It's like, that's cool. I'm all right with buying a full-on PSP game for £6. So I picked up a couple of them. I picked up Phantom Brave. I picked up Prinny 2, which is harder than the original. God damn. Oh, that game was... Prinny 2 is horrendously difficult, as was the original Prinny. That game was awesome. You played that properly, you died in one hit, but you had 1,000 lives, because you counted as being an army of 1,000 Prinnies, but you could never get the lives back. So you could actually just lose the game and have to restart. It was horrible. That game just screwed you over hard. But yeah, so
awesome.
Yeah, I got Phantom Brave. I got Ace Combat Joint Assault because I've got to play every Ace Combat game. But what I got, which was probably the game I spent most time with, was what?
I said I love Ace Combat. I didn't want to interrupt you, but Ace Combat is one of my favorite series. Continue.
Yes, it was great until Assault Horizon, which is bad. But then, yeah, it's horrible. Just play 6. It's just much better. Anyway, the game that I got is ZHP, which is Absolute Victory on Losing Ranger versus Dark Death Evil Man. And the cool thing about that is the game is completely self-aware of what it is, to the point where there's the term breaking the fourth wall, right? There is no fourth wall left. Within 5 minutes, the fourth wall is just pieces on the floor. They have trampled it. They've just removed it completely. They absolutely 110% acknowledge that they are a game and that the entire concept of what's going on is stupid. When you go into the boss battle, I might add, the game touts itself as having only one boss battle, but it's an epic boss battle, and it says this in the intro. There's only going to be one boss battle, guys, but it'll be the best boss battle you've ever seen, because the boss battle takes the entire game to do. Because you consistently end... The gimmick is you're the absolute victory on... Or at least you were the absolute victory on Losing Ranger, but he gets hit by a car on the way to the final battle to save Earth, and then has to give his powers to a random bystander who goes into the battle and instantly dies. Like, he gets killed immediately. And then he ends up in a hero training academy on an alternate version of Earth, trying to train his powers up. And every now and again he goes back and fights Dark Death Evil Man and loses again and again and again. And consistently the game makes up excuses, because the Losing Ranger can never lose. So the game makes up excuses as to why it happened. It's like, he was just pretending, guys. He was just pretending. And the funny thing is, like...
That's great.
Yeah, the boss battle is the most lo-fi crap. Like, the rest of it is very much like Disgaea level graphics, because it's by Nipponichi, the same guys that made Disgaea, Phantom Brave, Prinny, and all those other games. You know what they look like by now. The kind of isometric tactical RPGs with a weird kind of cartoony art style. But the boss battle is like a really crappy version of Phantasy Star 1. Like, they barely even bother to draw the boss, and they put him, like, face on with really awful chip music, and just give you, like, an option of 3, like, attack, special, and flee doesn't work. So, and you constantly die in this stupid game, and it's brilliant. It effectively plays out like a roguelike RPG, so when you move on the board, everything else moves too. So you've got to kind of manage your resources, because you've got limited amounts of energy and stuff like that. And the cool thing is that you don't keep equipment for very long, because it breaks very easily. So you're encouraged to throw your broken equipment at the enemy to do damage, which is like, your sword's broken, just throw it. And there's also a lot of other throwable stuff that you can pick up. And the sense of humor is hilarious.
From Final Fantasy VI.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. But the game is hilarious, like full-on funny all the time. It's got great voice acting, like this guy did as well. It's... He's like, we need a break, guys, we need a break. He's sinking rapidly.
I'm holding myself up with a hand in my thighs. We need to hurry. Okay.
Jesse is subsiding right now. It's so unfortunate. We need to get the builders out. But yeah.
Hang in for the team. Hang in now.
So yeah, before we go to a break, those of you who want to check that game out it's available on PSP and of course PlayStation Vita. It costs £7 or probably about $10 at the minute. It's called ZHP, which I think is something like Zahoo Hero Project. Go and have a look on the price drop section. It is really fun and completely off its rocker. And I think
sounds great.
I think it's time for a break. While Jesse tries to find himself something to sit on as he sinks rapidly in quicksand, we go to a quick commercial break and, of course, some great music for those guys listening live. When we come back, we will be talking gaming news. You're listening to the Game Station podcast. See you shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Game Station podcast. The cat will not be removed, incidentally. Wow, that is...
What?
That is kind of scary.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool. Why are you naked?
Don't even ask me why that is. I can't even explain what this picture is about, but apparently it's amazing.
It is pretty cool.
I want to know what this is.
Awesome.
What is going on there with TB?
What? What about it?
TB over there, like,
I'm a total... Hey there, kids.
wait, hold on. Hello.
I'm sorry. Are you trying...
I'm a girl.
Ladies.
At least they put me in plaid. Makes me happy. What does it say besides the TGS? What does it say on your
It
stomach?
says the podcasters, and then it says Mr. Cool. I'm Mr. Cool.
Great, you're an ice cream salesman. What's new? All right. News
I
time.
think you should actually
gents.
tattoo that song on.
I should tattoo it. That would be my thug life tattoo.
Absolutely.
You can
I'll
write
go
it on
down-
the side
I'll
of
go
your
down
white
the street and
van.
Be like, what's up, yo, what's up?
Your white van with your little sirens going off.
Lock it.
I don't know, do you have ice cream
I'm
vans
not a-
in the US? Do they
I'm
exist?
not a Ghostbuster.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
There you go.
We do. They go.
I had never experienced them until I moved here because I lived in a rural area, but
Yeah, it doesn't
They have
seem
'em
like
here.
it would be particularly cost effective to be a ice cream salesman when you have to drive 3 miles to every house. That just
yeah,
doesn't work.
just
You
huge
need-
farms just chugging along. Not so much.
Yep, indeed.
I want to know who decides. Like, I want to go into the ice cream salesman business. Like, when does that become like a thing for you?
I don't
Like,
know.
Well, I've tried everything else. I'm gonna sell ice cream to little kids. Ain't nothing creepy about that.
Well, there isn't really anything creepy about that. It's like, you might as well just say
Yes,
Toys R Us
yes,
is
there is.
creepy then. Right, because it sells to little kids, ergo it's a creepy shop. No, it isn't. Selling ice cream to kids is fine because kids like ice cream. So they're a pretty
Have
good
you been to
demographic
Toys R
for
Us?
your
That place
product.
is creepy.
Toys R Us is not
Clown
creepy.
shade.
You might look
Gay
creepy
people
wandering
clown.
around it alone, but
I haven't been to a Toys R Us in a long time. I feel like I should be going now just to verify that it is in fact creepy, cause it is.
Toys R Us is great. Toys R Us is the
Toys
best.
R Us. You should go there.
We don't
Except they
endorse
didn't have
Toys R Us,
Toys
by the way.
Catan when I went to buy it.
Oh, okay.
They let me down.
Toys R Us. They'll steal your kids.
What?
And now we're gonna get sued. Thank you, Jesse. That's great. That was only the 6th
No,
time
sit
this week.
down.
Yes. Dodger's gone blurry again. That's Skype for you. Sadly,
What? No.
But it's okay because I'm told that by complaining about it,
Oh.
Skype will fix itself. So that's how it works apparently on the internet. But we do have some
Complain
news.
enough. Fix it.
We got some news. We could talk about some DRM, or indeed a lack of DRM. So, CD Projekt, makers of Witcher, and the guys behind GOG.com, have announced that they will not use DRM in any of their future games whatsoever. It's pretty good.
I dig
Good.
them.
Agreed. Excellent. Good work.
I chatted with
By the
them
way-
at GDC. They're all awesome.
They actually are, yes.
I think. Can we, for the record, say what DRM is so
Yeah,
people who don't
just
know
because
what
people
talking
get,
about?
Yes,
Oh, that's a good
yeah,
idea.
Go on. Jesse, explain DRM.
I can't explain how it works. It's anti-piracy stuff. I can't explain to you how it works.
Christ, you don't
it
even
just
know
is
anything.
In order.
Ugh, I'll explain it.
I know what it has to do.
What does it
has to
stand
do
for?
with
What does DRM stand for?
distributable
No!
reputation
Giggle
management.
it. Giggle it.
You don't know anything. Oh, God.
What am I supposed to do? Like, wait, hold on. I know what it means. It
What are you
means-
supposed to do? I have a thought.
hold
How
on,
about
no,
you
I
know
got this.
basic
It-
facts
hold on,
about
my
gaming?
brain.
There's an
It
idea.
means digital rights management. I could have done that,
You could have
but
done
I
that
decided to be clever. Use my brain hole.
and get it completely wrong in the process. So how did that work out for you?
It worked
Did
out
it
really
work
well.
out?
I thought
Evidently
Did it work
not.
out?
I'm going to go
it
with no.
all came together.
Digital rights management. Yes. Systems used specifically to try and prevent piracy is managing of rights. The rights, of course, being the rights of the company, not you, I might add. And usually it involves putting something intrusive in the way to prevent pirates from pirating. It, of course, doesn't work, as we're well aware. I'm trying to think, has there ever been an unpiratable game? I'm pretty sure no.
Isn't that like what they tried to do with Spore, where it was like you can only install 3 copies
Yes,
ever.
that's DRM.
Deal with it.
That's I think
That
that
was
it was either
dickish.
Securom or Tegas. There are companies that make this stuff. Like, I think if you work for a DRM company, you're probably spawn of Satan, most likely, or you really hate everybody. That on a, you know,
And you
I-
work at Toys R
everyone-
Us. They'll
That's-
steal your kids.
You basically got to be an intern of hell, I think, to work at a DRM company. There's a very famous or infamous example called Star Force, and this sounds awesome, right? Like you said, if your game's got Star Force in it, it's like, yeah, damn, right? That sounds amazing.
No, Star Force.
Star Force. yeah. It's like you open the box and a guitar solo just starts spontaneously. Tiny little fireworks
Immediately.
erupt from the top of the box. It's like, congratulations, you bought a Star Force game. Turns out, Star Force was pretty damn evil. Was effectively a rootkit which allowed your machine to be compromised on a security level, and also wouldn't remove itself from the computer. Not only that, but it would actually detect certain devices as piracy devices and refuse to play the game, including pretty much any CD writer. So, in modern terms, who doesn't own at least a CD writer? Like, that's pretty default when you buy a drive now.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day, Star Force
kinda
would...
dicky.
Yeah, Star Force would see a CD writer as a threat and would say, you own a CD writer, ergo you cannot play the game. So it was
EA
horrible.
has had problems with doing that too.
Yeah, I'm
with,
pretty
like,
sure
their
EA
Sims
games
games
have
and stuff.
used Star Force at some point. Admittedly, Star Force was actually sold pretty cheaply, so a lot of smaller studios ended up using Star Force, and they're still around, by the way. I don't know if their stuff is as bad as it used to be, but it was definitely had a lot of controversy. A lot of controversy. You can read the wiki page and you'll see that there's a lot of nonsense on that. Removing the Star Force drivers from the system was very difficult. But the point is, DRM doesn't do anything, really, other than getting your way legit. There was controversy, some of you probably remember, the PC versions of Assassin's Creed 2 had always-on DRM. So you could, if you were off the internet, or indeed if you lost your internet connection during a game, the game would stop. It would just say you can't play.
I think that that's the most annoying ever.
Yes. It's infuriating. And supposedly that
And
was...
so many
was for
games have
piracy.
that.
Yeah, there were a few. Like, they don't really do that so much anymore. Apparently there's an issue with Mass Effect. God, I'm talking about Mass Effect again. But seemingly if you can't...
Is that a
if you
game
don't-
or something? Is that?
Yeah, so I'm told. Like, the Alliance network requires an internet connection, and it will disable... If you're using the DLC, I believe it may even be on 360 as well. If you lose your internet connection and you try and load a game, it won't load because it doesn't authenticate the DLC, so it's like, lol, no, we can't access your files. So that's fun. It may just be the PC version. They often put some crazy stuff on the PC versions because they're scared of piracy. But one way or the other, it's an interesting move there from CD Projekt because it's a bit risky. A lot of people do view it as, oh, well, if you don't protect your product, people are going to steal it. And actually, Witcher 2, which... For most people didn't have DRM. I think there was the boxed version in certain countries had DRM, but then they took it off. The full version you could download from GOG had no DRM, and it was pirated quite a lot. Like, the piracy figures from it
Well,
are
that's
fairly
what
high.
we talked about that on the very first podcast, right?
Yeah,
Talked about
4.5
Witcher
million.
2 being pirated a bunch.
Yeah, I think so. 4.5 million times it was pirated. But the thing to look at there is just to say that the game was actually a commercial success. And it did do pretty damn well, all things considered. It sold a lot of copies, and it made its budget back, and it made a lot of money for CD Projekt, and a lot of their updates are going to be free as well. And they've already released a lot of free updates.
Yeah.
Witcher 2.0 Enhanced Edition. Yeah.
Yeah, when I was asking them about the enhanced edition, I had no idea that if you already had the PC version, you could just upgrade to the enhanced edition
Yeah,
for free.
for free.
Like that
Yeah,
is so
I
awesome.
I think it's like an auto download. I'm pretty sure
Yes,
that
it is, yeah.
Steam is doing that for you. Yeah.
So cool. Yeah, I was hesitant because I didn't want when I was interviewing them, I was hesitant to ask them about DRM stuff because I know that everybody asks them about it, but I asked them this exact question that the article is talking about. I was like, would you ever consider putting in DRM since you've seen so much piracy? And they were like, no way. Like, we would hate that. And we play games just as much as the people who are buying our game play games. Like, you know, got to respect your players. And I was like, yay.
Well, they sold over
So.
1 million copies of a game at full price that was PC only and actually had some pretty high system requirements. That's something to consider too. The engine they use, like when I played the game on day one, I could not get the settings up high, and my system's pretty silly. So they did fix a lot of performance problems, and it was also drivers as well. Like, NVIDIA scrambled to fix their drivers to make it run better with that game, because obviously it was becoming a game that people were benchmarking their systems on. So, but it sold over 1 million copies, and most of that was digital. So the lion's share of the money did end up going to CD Projekt, and that's really good for them. So they were saying, I think in a recent interview, they think that like 1-to-5 ratio of sales to piracy on that game is actually not bad. And honestly, it really comes down to you'll never get rid of piracy, so why put blocks in the way of your legitimate users that might stop them buying the legit game. Which is, with the same argument we made once again with Mass Effect, like, why give people an excuse to steal from you? Just, try to be awesome to your customers and they'll support you, and maybe that some of the pirates come over and maybe they buy. Or maybe they don't. Maybe they never buy a game in their lives, and what the hell are you going to do about it? What are you going to do, throw them in prison?
Yeah, exactly.
There's so many of them. Good luck with that. You're not going to do anything to them, so... Stop giving them an excuse, I think, is probably the way to look at it. And
well, isn't the thing about piracy that you want to give them something that they can't? When you think of piracy, when it comes to games or movies, whatever, it's about the wait, right?
Okay,
there's always that lag time between where the game is released and where there's. And I think when it comes to movies and games and whatever, you want to give them something that they can't wait. Like they have, it's so cool.
Right now.
They have to have it now. That's like that midnight movie release stuff where you have to go wait at midnight to go see that movie because it's going to be that good, rather than be like, oh, I'll just wait and catch it at home.
Yeah.
Right? It's that kind of like feeling. And I think Witcher 2 captured that. Witcher 2 was an amazing game.
I haven't had the time to play much of it because it is a long-ass game. I will hopefully just sit down for like a week at one point and just play it through because it is, from what I've played of it, it's great. But funny thing you should bring that up because this actually, the point that you just made, is also an argument pro-DRM. Because you could say DRM does not stop piracy. This is true. What it does do sometimes, and only sometimes, is it delays the pirated copy. And if you go down the route of saying, I've got to have this game right the hell now, if people will not wait for the pirated release, or maybe the pirated release comes out and it turns out there's bugs, for instance, because they often put little traps in the code. For instance, Batman Arkham Asylum. You couldn't glide. If in the first release of the pirated copies, you couldn't glide, so you couldn't get past the bit with the Joker gas in the tutorial. So you were screwed. Right. And of course, people complained to the forums about it, and then the devs just laughed at them and said, if you bought it legit, this wouldn't happen, enjoy your ban, and so on and so forth. But that's
stuff like that actually makes me laugh.
But the thing is, like, that's actually kind of a legit argument towards DRM. But what I would say in that respect is that if that's what you're trying to do, if you're trying to encourage week one sales, once the pirated copy comes out, and once it's obvious, like, right, the pirated copy works completely, there's nothing we can do to break it, it's out there in the wild, take the DRM off. I mean, just have it on in the first week, maybe, and then just get rid of it for legit consumers, because what purpose does it now serve? The copy's out there, it's available, and it's not hard to crack a game. You need not a lot of knowledge for that. So why keep it, you know?
But if it's a software-based DRM, if it's something that's going to be on your computer, then the people who bought the game initially are going to be the ones that are punished, and then the people who buy it later are the ones that are going to get, Yeah, and that's
the problem with that argument, isn't it? You know, because you want to encourage week one sales, but you're saying, oh, well, the week one guys are going to get screwed over by DRM that may or may not screw with their game, and then the guys who buy it later on sale, you're going to be fine. Like, well,
yeah.
I mean, that happens kind of anyway, though, when you think about it. Think about, like, the way patching works, for instance. You buy a game on launch, it doesn't work. You buy a game 6 months down the line, it's probably working now, and it might even be cheaper. So I guess that's just a hint to companies. Maybe you should release good games at a good price and have them work on launch, and then maybe people will buy them. God, it's a revelation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. And I think you hit the nail on the head when you said that DRM doesn't protect, like, it doesn't stop cracking games.
No, it doesn't. In fact, it's viewed as a challenge by a lot of people.
I was gonna say it's like the new thing to try to beat.
Oh well.
Every time.
When Ubisoft got really up in our faces about the Assassin's Creed 2 DRM and basically trumpeted it from the rooftops, like, they weren't subtle about it at all. They said, this is the best thing, and they continue to defend it.
Why would they do that?
Incredibly stupid thing to do.
So stupid.
Yeah, and what happened? It got cracked within like a week, and like there were server problems on launch for that game as well. I think where people just couldn't play their legit game, and the pirates were playing no problem. And idiots. But there you go. All right,
anytime somebody's like, I have made something that is unhackable, I go, no, what are you doing? No,
don't say that. Someone will try. It's basically like challenge accepted. Simple as that.
Yep, exactly.
Someone screen cap that. Someone screen cap it and add the text, put it online. Go.
It's going to happen anyway.
Go.
You know
Do
that.
it.
I'm pretty sure
Go, just do it,
someone's
just
already
do it.
done the whole thumbs up thing, but there you go. All right, well, we're going to move on to another topic, I think. That sounds like a good idea. We can maybe talk about Diablo, because Jesse, you've been playing a lot of Diablo 3 in the beta. I have the
Yes.
beta, and I played the thing through once, because there's like 90 minutes of content, and then never bothered with it again.
Right.
But one, I want to hear from you about the current state of the beta, and also on the subject that Diablo 3 will not have PvP arenas on launch. That feature will be added in later, and whether or not the whole done when it's done thing that Blizzard used to tout actually exists anymore. So, Jesse, go!
Okay, the beta you played, and the beta I think almost everyone back in December, November of last
December, I
year
think. Mhm.
played. It was that long ago. Is not the game that exists now. The maps, the areas, the characters, they exist, but the actual gameplay style is different. If you look at like your keyboard, for example, the only hotkeys you have are 1 through 4. Those are your abilities,
Okay.
and of those abilities, you are only allowed to put certain things in those different 4 buttons.
Okay.
There is an option that lets you change that, right? So there is like a special, but you have to click it to actually activate it. If you don't, this is like the auto setup feature. But basically is you have your right mouse, left mouse buttons. Those are 2 abilities. Your normal attack, you know how in every other Diablo there is a like a white damage attack,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Non-existent. It's there, but it gets replaced or it becomes a background thing. They said
Okay.
they're going to try and fix that and redo it, but right now, if you're a wizard, for example, your right mouse button and left mouse button are both spells. One is a gain mana spell, one is a use mana spell, right? And then 1 through 4 on your keyboard are special abilities. So you would have, like ice or diamond armor or like a whirlwind. Like those are the things that you stick on your keyboard, and that's 1 through 4. And then you have to choose. The reason why they shrunk it down so much is they want you to choose what your character is like, so that when you meet another person, there's no way you'll be similar to them, right? So they don't want you to be. They don't want a like an elitist jerk super spec, right? Like they
Okay.
don't want you to go out there and theory craft the perfect character, because there technically is none. At least that's what they're trying. I'm
There
sure
will
someone's
be.
going to do it.
Inevitably,
Yeah, yeah.
there will be. And
Right, but that's like their goal.
Okay.
And so they have that, and then the number 5 button it's like a permanent health potion button, which is basically because they raised the difficulty really, like they bumped the difficulty up, and they said you're gonna need these. They took out mana potions, they took out scrolls of identify. You can do the scrolls of identify by yourself. They took out
Hang on, they took out mana potions? I'm okay with the whole
mana potions
scrolls
are
of
gone.
identify thing, because to be fair, it's kind of a pointless mechanic. I'm sure some people will argue in favor of scroll of identify because it's been there forever. And honestly, then what is the use of Deckard now? Like Deckard Kane, it's like I just want to identify your stuff. Like no,
well,
man.
now
screw
I
you.
believe, if I'm not mistaken, the armor smith identifies your stuff. I think. It could be wrong, could be Deckard, but I don't believe it is, because Deckard's part of the story now.
But hang on, so you still got to identify items, but you don't have
yeah,
scrolls.
there's still some things you have to identify.
Okay, but
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
to go
there
out
are
to
no
town
scrolls.
for that.
And so what they did is they added, now instead of they took away the Nephilim cube and the Cauldron of Jordan, which were your quick transmute, quick sell items.
Right.
And now they're forcing you to go back to town to sell and do stuff. Right.
Why?
And
What's the
but then
justification for
they
that?
gave.
Yeah,
I don't honestly. I have no clue, because I was really into the fact that you could keep playing and keep going through every dungeon and you wouldn't have to stop. But then Blizzard was like, "No, we want you to go back to town," which makes me think there's probably quests and things back there they want you to pick up from time to time, or NPCs that want you to, like, I guess that's one of those, like, we spent all this money on voice actors, like, go back and like listen to them, maybe like get
Really?
story. I don't know, but the good thing is the town portal is it's free, it's Instacast, it's on your it's one of the buttons down below, and it's there is no cooldown. Maybe it's like a serious like 30-second cooldown timer. And if you're playing in a group, there are flags around the teleporter, so you can click their flag and it'll take you right back to where that person is in your group in the dungeon. So their downtime is really minimal, and I guess they just want you. I don't know what their thought process was. And then they have runes, and the runes, they took out the actual finding runes. So before you had to go and find them in the dungeon and stuff, and
Okay.
It would be like if the three of us were playing and I wanted to find a rune of, diamond armor, and all three of us wanted that same thing. You could find, like, Dodger could find a level 5, you could find a level 7, and I could find a level 3. And I might never find a level 7 again, ever, in a
Well,
thousand
isn't that the point of
playthroughs, 'cause it's
trading,
rent.
though? I mean, isn't that the point of
Right,
trading in
and
the
so
auction house and things like that?
Well, what they decided to do is just scrap that entirely, and so it's like everyone gets a level 5 at, like, let's say we hit level 13 together, like in-game level 13.
Okay.
We all get that rune for that spell, and it's just like an average straight across level. And then what happens is each spell has its own specific rune, and no rune is really better than, like each spell can have like 5 runes.
It's 5
So
different
Diamond
kinds of
Armor will
runes,
have,
isn't it? Yeah.
for one spell, and then you have multiple spells plus multiple runes. And so the idea is, not only does it make it look different, like, I'm trying to think of Power Vortex, maybe? I'm trying to think of what the spell is called, but it shoots out like a black, like purpley swirly vortex that kills guys.
Okay.
Well, well, you would hope that's what it did.
It's pretty
And
rubbish
so,
if it doesn't, honestly. It's like
yeah, if it
vortex
doesn't kill
of
anybody.
power. It's mild annoyance.
Oh, it's everywhere. So
Yeah,
what
it's
happens,
sort of my.
and then, like,
Get it off. Sorry, continue.
yeah, and so then one of them makes it like pitch black, and it when it hits guys it explodes. One of them makes it have like a white swirly center, and so when it hits guys it like
Ooh,
goes
delicious.
through them and sucks.
My white swirly center. It sounds like another brand of
And so
plot.
each one, exactly, exactly. I look forward to seeing it and eating it. So then it's just all these different things they added to it. And basically what they tried to make the game is more simplistic to play. It's got the same story. It's got the same, everything's the same except for gameplay style. And so I think not only do they make it easier to play, but they made it easier to sort of PvP. But unfortunately, I think what they're hinging on is the success of creating it for like console gaming, because that's essentially what it is. You have your right and mouse button, and then you have 4 buttons that are your damage buttons, right? And what does that sound like to you? That sounds like triggers, and then
It's something
your
like
4 buttons
that,
on
I
it.
believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely, that's exactly what it is. And
Christ.
so
what the
that, to
hell?
me, that's what I see. And
Fuck
so
that.
when
Seriously.
it comes to PvP, they've said they don't want to do tournament style. So I'm not sure why they would hold off, unless they're thinking about now trying to get into like Major League Gaming Diablo. Like they said they weren't going
They
to do
did it with
but-
WoW, which was awful to watch. I might add. Christ.
So I'm not sure why the delay is. I think there's a lot of stuff they need to fix, because they keep, even in recent updates, they keep going through and saying like, we're getting close. There's a lot of stuff we need to change. I'm pretty sure it's just one of those. We want you to play. It could be this too. We want you to play the game before you go hardcore PvP. I mean, I don't know. I have no clue what their strategy is here, but it's definitely interesting that they would hold it off. I mean, I'm not sure what the official tagline on that is, but
No, well, it's certainly not done when it's done anymore, is it? That's not the tagline for anything, but yeah, I've been looking through the changes here. There's some interesting stuff, like Scrolls of Identify. Apparently, you don't have to go to the armorer for it. You go to the armorer to salvage stuff, but you simply right-click
you just
it.
identify by right-clicking. Yeah.
A
Okay,
short
okay.
cast time occurs as he examines the item. We love the double discovery of finding a present and then unwrapping it. Oh, what a beautiful metaphor they've got for that. That's what it is.
They actually have said, and this is something that I think is kind of, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but that white items you can't salvage them anymore. They're just garbage.
Yeah.
And the idea is they don't want you to even pick them up. They want you to just leave them on the ground, because when you kill someone, they want a
can't
loot
do
explosion
that.
to look cool. As a gamer, I can't do that. I have to pick up
Can't do it.
everything there is. And
Everything,
and so then they said this. They said, if we see a rash of gamers doing that, we'll just lower the value so much that it's not worth
No.
picking up. And I thought to myself, I'm still going to pick it up.
You can't change the habit of a lifetime. What the hell are you doing? You made us this way,
exactly.
Blizz. We are children of your design philosophy that you put in place in Diablo and Diablo 2 like 15 years ago. We can't suddenly change
Seriously.
now. You taught us like this. This is our upbringing. You bastards. What the hell?
And the thing that's even worse is then each player has their own loot explosion. So you see your loot, I see my loot, right? So we all have this loot that's just on the ground. it would be better if we all saw the same stuff so we could decide what we want to pick up or not. But instead, it's like, you know what? No, we're just gonna throw loot everywhere, and you don't want it.
This is
doesn't make
a
any sense.
terrible idea.
It makes no sense.
What?
But yeah, I mean, the worst part is they want to change it. I'm not sure why they want to change it so much. The problem is that the actual game itself is still really good. So all those things that they have in there are like, why would you change it? It was fine. Well, they've improved the graphics of the game. They've added a lot to it to make it a lot more in depth. It's starting to get more of that Diablo 2 feel to it, which is great because I love Diablo 2. And I don't know. It's a lot of weird changes that I'm almost positive are all about appealing to a console audience as well.
God damn it!
Like that's what I feel.
If you're gonna do that,
I could be wrong. I could be way off.
Why is it CD Projekt keeps getting this right and nobody else does? Like, The Witcher 2, they spent a ton of time on the 360 version making it work for console, and they didn't go in there with, like, when they were developing the game, they didn't go in with the mindset of, we're gonna have to make some compromises because later on we're gonna have it on a console. Why is it not okay to just say, let's release the PC version, and yeah, we could think about the console version, but the console version is different because a PC and a console are not the same thing. It's the same problem that I've got with them releasing a game on a console, a first-person shooter, and then putting it on PC without changing the FOV. It's like, you don't understand science, motherfucker. Just look. There is the television. That's how far you're sitting away from the television. Here is the monitor. That's how far I'm sitting away from the monitor. You can't have the same FOV because one is designed in a different way for a different purpose for a different viewing distance. So don't pretend that both work. And it's the same. I don't want to see console games suffer because of PC any more than I want PC to suffer from console. You remember Dragon Age, the original Dragon Age on 360? Really bad. Like, awful. Yeah. And they actually did compromise the console version for the PC, and I'm not okay with that. Even though I'm a PC gamer, I'm not okay with those guys getting a sucky version because BioWare didn't properly understand what to do with the console, and it's vice versa as well for Blizzard.
Oh, no. All right, so I just went to DiabloFans.com, and I was going to check and see if I could figure out what they thought about the PvP, like what the official word was. It turns out the very first news article is how in patch 14, there was a bug where you could get past the last part of the beta and access areas that were inaccessible previously. That were like new content stuff. Ooh. And it was hot fixed today, apparently.
You missed out.
I know.
You were too busy driving, man. That's just the way of it. But yes,
sucks.
Diablo 3.
Anyway, yeah.
Apparently,
I've said this. This is what I'll say now. I'm not a big fan of like Diablo PvP or any PvP when it comes to like WoW and stuff. But I'm telling you right now, this would make a fortune. This would be all right. Here's the setting. Diablo has a hardcore, like you die once you're dead mode, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Follow me, Blizz. You should be watching this because I'm about to make you $1 million jillion.
Oh,
dear. $1 jillion dollars.
I see where this is going.
Okay.
No more bot
Give players 2 months to go onto a server, a hardcore server, and level a character through the entire, like level it up to full level, get all the armor they need, and then at the end of that 2 months, you start an arena season, a PvP arena season, where if your character dies in the arena, they're gone for good. So you just wasted 2 months of your life, and only one person is the winner at the end. And you do it like freaking Spartacus style, where we can just put fans. That is the best PvP you will ever see, ever money you'll ever pay. Like, people will go watch that and cheer on and the guy who wins gets brought back for the next season, and he gets to keep all his gear and continue farming for another 2 months, an additional 2 months. Watch it. Watch that make $1 bajillion dollars.
How does it make money, though? You haven't monetized the idea yet. It sounds...
Major League game that. Major League game it. It's more interesting than arena matches in WoW, that's for sure. Because you have something at stake here. You have something at stake here where people have spent all this time and their character disappears forever if they
did
lose.
say that they would allow hardcore characters to go into arenas and stuff like that, but the idea you just come up with actually does seem really cool, though.
You continue living.
No.
Yeah, no, if you're in hardcore,
Really?
Apparently your hardcore character, if he dies, at least that's what I read, if he dies, if he dies in arena. In arena.
Okay.
Not in the in the normal, if he dies in the normal
not
Overworld,
normal
he's gone.
PKing.
But Well, it could be PKing could kill you. That could, but I'm talking about like in the arena. If you're talking about player killing in an arena, I'm pretty sure that you. I believe they said something along the lines of like, yeah, you're fine, which sucks, because the arena system, if you remember, the arena system is outside of of the normal game. The arena is not like you don't go to New Tristram and then teleport to the arena.
You're right.
The
Though.
arena
I've just checked up that you don't die in that. So there is a massive.
So
debate.
I'm saying that's how you do it. You make it so only the people who went to this one server can participate, and then you can charge. I'm telling you, people would watch that. You charge tickets to that. People go to BlizzCon to watch that stuff. Like
it's
greatest.
It's
epic...
the same reason why people watch the EVE. You know, the big EVE tournament that happens every year, the Alliance tournament. It's the same reason they watch that, because they want to see someone's really expensive, one-of-a-kind, unique ship get blown the hell
destroyed.
Up and see the
same reason why 90% of the audience. Yes, that's the same reason why 90% of the audience, and this is true stat, watches, racing like NASCAR. They don't watch because it's fun to watch cars go around in a circle. They watch because they want to see something explode. They want to see a crash, and that's the exact same thing for this.
So
I'm telling you, if Blizzard said, "Look, we're gonna have the greatest tournament ever at BlizzCon 2013," and it will be like the final match will be the top 4 players in the world. Only one goes on to the next season. He lives, and the arena is surrounded in fire. If you walk in fire, you die. And we unleash like Diablo in the arena with you. Can you imagine the spectacle of that? I feel like an ancient Roman emperor. Like, I just need this. Like, nah.
Maybe they could do that. They could actually put that in as an in-game UI element where you could thumbs up or thumbs down the character. Like
yes,
have people watch the battles, like have spaces where people can watch the battles and go in there and be just like, viewers and watch it. And then they decide the fate of people.
That's awesome.
Come on.
And
everyone
would die, admittedly. Everyone would be thumbs down in every circumstance.
You would thumbs down every time.
But it would... Yeah, I mean, the whole idea sounds awesome, honestly, which is why it will never happen. So, there you go.
Right. It'll never... It's too much coding. It'll never happen.
That's too much work. It does sound brilliant, though. And hell, you could monetize it as well. You could, like, charge $1 for access to that server for, like, 2 months.
People would pay to watch that. People would pay to watch that.
I don't even know if it's about paying to watch it. Like, just paying to access that server. Because Arena Realms for WoW already exist, and people pay serious money for an Arena Pass for whatever reason, for the chance at winning a freaking little armored Murloc or some Drake or some shiz, and they'll do that. So I'd imagine they'd do it here too. But why are we giving Blizzard new ways to make money? This sounds like a terrible idea. Let's not do that.
I'm convinced. Well, I like how the assumption is somewhere. So, like a Blizzard employee is like, yes. Metzen, hold on, his shades are on. Like,
yep. Are you holding your hand up for any particular reason, or have you, as a camera frozen?
The light.
I have a question. As a person who never does like PvP or arena stuff at all, do you think that there would be a lot of in this like hypothetical situation where this arena idea like worked out? Do you think that there would be people who were totally willing to spend 2 months like making an awesome character and then have it destroyed?
Are you kidding me?
Yes, there would.
People who,
without question.
Really?
First off, there's prizes at the end, right? Then there's the fame, right? And then there are people who are willing to do it just because it's hard. Like, here's an example. Okay. I sat through at least a month and a half of The Witcher 2, like the immortal mode, where if you die once, the game's over.
Yeah.
And after, and I was trying so hard. I was really technical with it and like over leveled. It was like, no one's gonna kill me. I died in a cutscene. I got killed. I said the wrong thing, and the dude shot me with a freaking arrow, and I died. And it was like, game over. And I was like, no.
Was it a QTE?
No.
Or something?
Yes. No. It was like you had to sneak through a fort, right? You had to sneak through a fort, and I snuck through. And as I went to talk to the guy, I guess the guy saw me, and a cutscene started. And I tried to defend myself, and he shot me with an arrow. And it was like, game over. And I was like, no. It gave me no option to restart. It was all the save files were blocked and deleted. It was like, it was. And I haven't done it. I just want, if anyone goes to my Steam account thing, you'll see I have every achievement except for that one, and I have not tried to get any others. I'm just like, F it, I'm done. I don't even care. I don't even care. I don't.
Yeah,
It
you
was
do that once,
heartbreaking.
you never do it again.
I went online. I must have spent like 4 hours online looking for ways to hack that, and they're like, you just can't. It deletes the files. You can't. I was like, no. It was horrible.
Oh god,
It
I
was
wish I could have been there. I would have laughed so much, and it would have been wonderful.
It sucked.
We're gonna go to a quick break, folks. When we come back, latest trailers for the latest games and a few topics from the three of us, as well as a look at the latest TGS releases from some channels we want to spotlight. You are watching the Game Station podcast. We'll be right back. No, you may not have that one. I will play that one later. It's a good track, but welcome back to the show, ladies and gents. If you are listening live, then you heard the sounds of Module with Neon Mines from Shatter, which is an amazing game with an amazing soundtrack. From the... I don't know if you guys have seen this, actually. There's actually an indie bundle, but it's for soundtracks. And I think it's called...
Yes, I have, and it's awesome.
Yeah,
yes.
and I bought the whole damn lot. And... You buy game music 2, and if you add on like an extra $5, you get game music 1, and it's got the Meat Boy soundtrack, which actually has a ton of remixes on it. There's ridiculous numbers of Meat Boy remixes, including a scream kind of death metal version of the Meat Boy tracks. It's got about 50 tracks on it. It's awesome.
That's death metal. It's a dog barking.
Yes, it's... Funnily enough, I know of a death metal band that is fronted by not one but 2 pit bull terriers.
Dogs?
Yep, they go by...
That is amazing!
The band is called Caninus, I might add. And
What?
Yeah, Caninus.
I'm gaggling this right now.
Yeah, it's actually Pitbull Grindcore. Available at pitbullgrindcore.com, which is going to crash in 3,
No way!
2,
No
1.
way!
Yep,
The
Caninus.
site is down.
Is it dead? Yeah, Caninus. It is available.
They spell it with a K and a 9, because that'd be pretty hardcore.
No, it's spelled with it's CANINUS. It is actually there is a MySpace page for this. We found a use for MySpace, guys. I'm pretty sure Caninus is available on there. That's essentially what it is. However, did you also know that there is a death metal band that is fronted by a parrot?
Did not know either of those.
The name of the
What
band
is that one?
is Hatebeak.
Let's crash so many sites today.
It is Hatebeak.
What's it?
Hatebeak.
It is also on MySpace. I'm just so happy today.
Hatebeak
And
has
they
a
have a
Wikipedia
page.
Yep. Hatebeak is a death metal band formed by Blake Harrison, Mark Sloan, and Waldo, a 21-year-old Congo African grey parrot. Hatebeak is the only band to have a avian vocalist. They have released 3 albums up to this point, one of which was actually a double-side split LP with Caninus on the other side, and it was called Birdseeds of Vengeance.
There is a website
No.
called Blabbermouth, apparently.
Yes,
That is
Blabbermouth
entirely metal bands without human singers.
Yes, Blabbermouth has that.
Blabbermouth.net.
Blabbermouth is a very, very large and popular metal site.
Oh no, that is not a real thing.
Yeah.
That is not. How is? Oh my god.
One of their tracks is called "The Thing That Should Not Beak." They also have Hellbent for
Blabbermouth is down
Feathers.
now.
Best day.
I like that.
Blabbermouth
the
is
best
down.
day.
Way to go.
You can't crash Blabbermouth. What the hell are you talking about? Don't be ridiculous. Blabbermouth's a
Blabbermouth
huge
is
site.
not working for me.
God damn it. It's probably just slowed down because it's only had 10,000 people checking it, but whatever the case, yes, Hatebeak is pretty amazing.
Oh, that's amazing.
There you go. You've learned something new today.
We should start a band, TB. A band fronted by, let's say, I have these birds. I could open up my window. I have birds out there that I swear to God go like, jump, 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 jump.
Jump, jump.
I don't know what birds they are.
What?
They go, jump, jump.
Ah, the infamous Job Job bird of California, of course. How could you not know about this?
Oh yeah, those. Yep, I know what you mean.
You don't have to be an ornithologist to know.
Feathers everywhere, like birds do. I swear to God, these are the angry birds because I'm telling you, one day I saw one, and today I have a window open. It goes like, stop that! Like what bird goes stop that?
Judgmental bastard! What the hell? So I'm not gonna be judged by no bird.
Honestly,
Surrounded by smart birds.
honestly, it was probably a woman on the street.
Ah, the sexism finally makes its appearance. There we go.
I want to tell you. So the other day, I was driving around, just driving around. I saw a woman, just a woman on the side of the road, just talking to herself, and she's going like,
You
that's what
should
she was
have a
talking. It was
Bluetooth
that close.
headset. That's a possibility. Did she have a Bluetooth headset? Maybe she was talking to someone on the phone.
No, it was a crazy person. It was a crazy person.
Sure?
She was going like that's what she was saying.
She was actually speaking another language, and you're just an incredible racist.
No. It wasn't Swedish. It wasn't Swedish. Okay.
Scavi
She's
gorilla.
like, so the other night, I was like, it was my first night in LA. I was like, it won't get cold here. It's LA. So it's like just sleeping, and it got so cold I was like freezing. I swear to God, I had a fever dream where that woman came to me in my dream and started talking to me, and she was like, "Is this going on?" And I was like, Dodger with you. I was like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense." I woke up and was like, "What the hell was that?" It was she's like, I'm like, interesting thoughts. It scared the. I woke up and was like, what did she tell me? She's my spirit guide. I believe she's my spirit guide. Is what I'm saying.
It would be just like you to have a crazy old woman as your spirit guide. Everyone else gets an animal, and you get her. Congratulations.
Anyone, Jesse.
You know, I would like
she's my
to.
spirit.
Can we do a death metal band where you're the vocalist, but before every song, you've got to take a mouthful of that jungle mix stuff and then sing the song?
Yeah.
Because that would be the best thing.
Yep.
No, don't do it.
Here's the sick thing. I'm getting used to the flavor.
It's like kings that used to take poison, very small amounts of
Also
poison
bad
with
they
their
don't know
meals
what
to
it
build up
tastes like.
resistance. Oh, God.
It's not that bad. I'm gonna spit it out now because I'll be chewing it for the next 20 minutes because it's made of tire. So
Oh, God.
that over there.
Video games. Trailers.
But,
You
yeah,
see-
video
Video
games, yep.
video games.
We're
SimCity.
She's speaking through us now.
Sim frickin' City. There's a new one coming out. It's made by Maxis, the original makers of it, who unfortunately also made Spore, so not sure if we can trust them yet, but we'll see. So, it's supposed to be better than SimCity Societies. This wouldn't take much, but why don't we have a look at the trailer? Here we go. SimCity, there you go. It involves building cities. I'm surprised. Put Bagger's in it. The frickin' Bagger. Did you see that? He's right there. You know it.
I want to point out that that trailer, while it was going on, I was like, this is amazing. I love sim games. This will be great. This will be great. And the last 5 seconds, I swear to God, it goes, images may not be representative of actual gameplay. And I was like,
Really?
well, that's garbage then. Thanks for nothing. Yeah.
So much rage. Yeah, no, I feel you on that.
Yeah, so this is technically SimCity 5, I assume, if we don't count SimCity Societies as a real thing, which is probably for the best, considering.
It's not.
No, it isn't. I mean, it seems like they're going back in the direction of let's build a big-ass city and not be concerned about the people within it. Because I know when I was playing SimCity 2000, my regard for human life was about this tall, honestly.
Plummeting every day.
For me, it was all about, they complained and they whined. It's like, we want basic amenities. We don't want to die in fire. And I'm like, oh, shut up. And then I visited
it's like a real
plagues upon
society.
them.
Yeah.
It's a biblical simulator, actually. That's what SimCity really is. You visit the 10 plagues upon the people, and there's the button that says Angel of Death takes firstborn. That's actually quite a boring one, surprisingly. It's not very visual. Like the Plague of Frogs, really great. Fire, brimstone, but take firstborn is like, it's just a lot of crying people, and that's not very interesting to me. I don't know.
SimCity.
Well, I know
SimCity
that-
is a secret religious game. No, continue. I was going to say available at Toys R Us where they kidnap your kids, but we already did that. Go, continue.
I'm glad you got it out there. I'm glad
That's
that
important,
rule of
yeah.
3, it happened, that joke happened thrice. I'm happy now. What was I even going to say? Jesse!
You're welcome, world.
You broke it again.
Broke it. Oh, I read that they're trying to put more of like a human aspect in it. So
No!
yeah,
Not
so
again,
like
you did
unemployment
that.
rates are up. There are going to be homeless people all over your city
Well, that's
and
okay.
stuff like that.
I mean, that's fine.
So-
Just like real life, we'll ignore them. Oh, damn, he did not say that. It's true.
Wow.
Deal with it.
Bro. Wow. But
Real life is not a god
I'm a
simulator,
commentary on
Jesse.
real life. That was a commentary on real life. Look in the mirror, people. Look in the mirror and then judge.
Well, funnily enough, there is quite a bit of commentary on real life because there's not a lot of info about this game yet. But what we do know is there is, quote, the fact that you've got to take on real life challenges such as global warming. Well, that's going to upset a few Americans that I thankfully don't know. But yeah, climate change.
Hey,
know some of
hey man, the science
know
is
these
still
guys.
out on it. The science is still out on it. We don't know that there are like 3 or 4 scientists who do not believe it's real. It could be the Mayan apocalypse.
And some guy lied once, but I'm not going to get into the politics of this because I know where it's going. It's not worth it. But yeah, you've got the search for renewable resources, natural disasters. I mean, that was in the first game, though. Dealing with natural disasters is the most fun thing about it.
Right.
And visiting them upon your people is the most fun thing about it. On purpose. It's like you spend 6 hours making a house of cards, and the most satisfying thing is just whacking it all down. You just flip the table
No.
right there. That's what you want.
No. I leave it up as
That
long as
doesn't
possible. Not with the house of cards.
Really? To me, it's all about smashing it. It's like, you'd be the kind of person that would set up dominoes in a really intricate pattern, and you wouldn't push one of them.
I would never push it.
God damn, what kind
Never.
of person are you? It's insane.
I'd be the kind of person who never did either of those. I would have said cards. I'll be on the computer. Nerds.
That's fair. Fair assessment.
Have fun with
Oh,
your
the other
dominoes,
thing-
losers. I'll be on the internet.
Wow. The other thing that I heard, and I can't actually back this up, so I don't know whether or not this is true. But like, there's like a multiplayer aspect to it,
Okay.
right? Where you could basically be building 2 cities right next to each other. Like 2 different people could build cities, and then you could share resources, sort of stuff.
I'm very surprised that they didn't do that already. Like, that sounds like a very natural transition to the series. You know
Right.
what? I'm actually seeing this interesting trend at the moment. And this trend is that I call it discrete multiplayer. The idea that you don't just connect to a multiplayer game in the same way anymore. There's a number of games that are doing this. 3 examples I can think of. Dark Souls. Yeah? You don't connect to a multiplayer lobby in that. Multiplayer just kind of happens around you. Journey, another
Right.
example. Multiplayer just kind of happens as long as you connect to the internet. And there's also a game that I am about to check out on 360. I think it's been out for about a month or so. It's called Fusion Genesis. It's a really boring named game, but it's kind of like it's a top-down sort of space game. It's dual stick, but it's got a really large universe that you fly around, you get upgrades, RPG stuff. But apparently, like, players kind of drop in and drop out of your game in sort of a meta universe style thing. When you're on Xbox Live playing this thing, other players can sort of slip into your game. They don't join it deliberately, but they end up
Oh, weird.
you end up kind of sharing universes and fighting each other. And I'm seeing a lot more of this actually going forward with a lot of different games. where they don't want the multiplayer to be obvious, but they want the connectivity to be there. And it kind of adds to the game in subtle ways. It's not a direct thing, and it's almost like they don't want you to be pulled out of the experience. They want you to just play the game, and then multiplayer kind of happens sometimes. And you get a sense of community and connectivity, but it's never a case of you're forced to click a join button or anything. And I guess you can probably disable this stuff, I would imagine, because some people just don't want to do it, but it's good. I like this. I really do. I want to see more of this stuff because there's some really creative stuff happening now in this particular space.
Do you think that when you were playing Journey, it affected like the immersion? Because you said that you were in it the entire time.
Definitely, it affected it in a good way. There's a couple of people who said that there's one change they'd like to make in that when you play through the first time, you should only ever be matched with people who are also playing it for the first time. Because apparently some guy played it, and it kind of took him out of it a bit because the other guy was just kind of running ahead and not really checking things out because he'd obviously already played it before. But for me, when I played it, everyone who I came along with was curious, but they were curious in kind of a different way. There's one guy who was kind of very curious, kind of playful. He would jump around a lot and use the singing tones a lot and fly all over the place. And this other guy, not so much. He seemed like he was more inquisitive, but he was a bit kind of sterner. It sounds weird, but that's the kind of impression. When you can't hear someone's voice, you get this impression of them based on how you see them play. And it's probably completely false.
Right.
But it definitely helped the immersion, I feel. It really did. To have this companion. And I actually felt kind of sad when I ended up going too far ahead of this guy, and he kind of just disappeared out of my game. And I never saw him again. I was left alone for about 20 minutes, and I'm like, you know, I really enjoyed this guy's company. He helped me along a little bit and stuff like that, and now he's gone because I got too far ahead, and I felt a bit guilty about that. But I think it helps, and I think with SimCity, that would be great too. The fact that you can have neighboring cities that are owned by other people, but you can interact with them on a basic level, but you're not kind of forced into a multiplayer competitive scenario or anything. It just
is that what that video was showing? Is that what that video was trying to get across? And I just didn't catch it. I thought it was two cities.
Was it?
Cities and a bridge.
There was a red city and then like a white city, and one city was like industrial, and one city was sort of future tech, and then one city had the EMP explosion that knocked out the other city's power, and then both people got together and they're like, "Grr, grr, grr." And so then they built on that island in the middle the nuclear power, and that powered both cities.
Right.
Is that what they were trying to get at?
I guess
like,
you might be right.
there?
Yeah, I think. Wow, that was actually quite insightful. I'm shocked.
You're welcome.
Well, I suppose a stopped clock.
We should end the podcast right
day.
now. Just end it right now.
End it on
Leave
a
him
high
with
note
that.
for Jesse.
Good night.
Yeah, I remember the last time you said something meaningful. It crashed the internet. Don't do it again. But it's kind of like an EMP explosion, actually. It really is.
Serious though.
But yeah, SimCity.
My thought bombs
coming.
are EMPs, is what he's saying.
Ars Technica reveals release date is 2013, so we're not expecting it this year. But you never know. Maybe they hurry it out. Hopefully not. And hopefully it doesn't suck. We shall see. Now, moving on. We do have a couple more trailers I want to go through. And we're back on the Mass Effect thing, but this is for the iOS version, Mass Effect Infiltrator, which one assumes involves a lot of infiltrating. And I think it, from what I understand, actually, you might end up playing for Cerberus or something along those lines. So we'll see. I'm going to check this out. Let's have a look. Mass Effect Infiltrator.
The elusive man expects results from our team. Our work here is critical to the human race.
Target down. See you back at base, Ollie.
You, though, you're not working as part of the team. You don't fit.
They're coming.
Hostile spotted!
You don't have much time. I can help you.
You think the Alliance can save you? Save the human race?
Everyone dies.
That's actually out right now, apparently. You can get Infiltrator. Although, I've got to say, like, my experience of third-person games, with one exception, I think, that the game by the name of Epoch, which is... It's a third-person kind of cover-based shooter on iOS, which did things really well. Aside from that, everything else, I really have not liked the touchscreen controls for. I really have not enjoyed it at all.
Yeah, like just moving around on its own winds up being like kind of a chore. But looks-wise, I mean, it looks good for an iOS game.
Well, a lot of iOS games look pretty good now. I mean, you can compare them to games like Infinity Blade, of course, which is an amazing-looking title. And they can get some pretty decent graphical fidelity out of it. I mean, the processor in that thing's pretty powerful. Obviously, the new iPad, as they're calling it, has apparently quad-core in it, so that's pretty meaty.
Yeah.
But the problem with those games, in my opinion, on touchscreen devices always comes down to the control method, and it is almost always terrible. Like I say, Epoch is the only game that I've seen that has pulled it off properly, and it had to do so by compromising a lot of kind of skill-based stuff in that game. It ended up being kind of more of a... What's that? Kind of like a light gun game, really. It's a weird way to describe it, I know, but there was less aiming in that game and more a case of timing, and I wasn't really big into it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I wish that, because they showed a lot of gameplay, but they didn't show what the controls will look like on the screen. I want that. I want iOS game trailers to show that. So you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, and they never do it either. And a lot of these games actually have like tilt controls, the gyroscopic stuff. I hate that. I hate that so much. God, it's horrible.
Yeah.
So I would love to know. There should be a warning on anything that has tilt controls.
I agree.
I have zero comment on that, and
it wasn't
to
inspiring,
me, and maybe it's just me. To me, it doesn't look like it's something I have to play. There's nothing about it that to me says I need to play this game. Yeah. I don't know why.
Because it doesn't look like it interacts with any of the characters. I didn't hear Elusive Man voiceover or anything like that. They mentioned the Elusive Man, who, you know, I'm a huge fan of Martin Sheen. Like he's awesome, and the Elusive Man character in Mass Effect 2 was great, and even his music was the best music in the game. That's just Martin motherfucking Sheen. You don't mess with him. Right. But all I heard was like the Elusive Man expects great things of you, blah blah, and then a bunch of no-name characters, and your no-name standard Space Marine character fighting dudes, and that's not what Mass Effect is to me, honestly. The fighting is very secondary to me in Mass Effect, to the point where even BioWare kind of agrees. You can actually do a storytelling mode where the combat is really easy, and the combat was always the bit that people didn't really get along with too well in Mass Effect, and they said, well, it's okay, but I want to hear more dialogue and make more choices, and I want to make a renegade option where I push someone through a window. Why can't I do that?
Right.
To be honest, if I was to make an iOS title for Mass Effect, I'd make it like Heavy Rain. Like nothing but QTEs, conversation wheels, and pushing people out of windows. Like loads of Paragon and Renegade
Paragon
choices.
and Renegade.
The entire game would be nothing but 5 hours of... Because they're kind of like QuickTime events, those, because you've got a limited time to do them. You've got to make a snap decision, except for that one scene that everyone knows about where the Krogan is making the grand speech. It takes about 2.5 minutes, and the Renegade thing is flashing all the time. Like, the game's like, push the button, you know you want to. It even zooms in on what's going to happen. Like, the little gas main underneath it, you know what's going to happen. It's like, do it. You know you want to. Press the button. And, of course, you end up pressing the button all the time. And it's like, you know what? I'm playing a Paragon character, but that was totally worth it. You know, I barbecued the piggy. But I would play that.
Totally agree with you, though.
iOS game that was nothing but that.
I'm really excited about that game.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd totally play that. A bit of storytelling, some cool voice acting, bunch of choices, you know, QTEs, kind of like Heavy Rain, 2-3 hour experience. Totally buy that. Absolutely. But this...
Yeah. You know, what it looked like to me, and this is, I don't know, it looks like when movies, or I seem to recall something like this. I know I mentioned Pirates of the Caribbean earlier. Like when the last one of those came out, they had like an online go adventure with Jen. Like it seemed like a browser-based.
Oh, that thing.
Go to our website and like graphics-wise and look. It seemed like a cheesy. Come and learn more about the story, but this has nothing to do with it. But it'll give you some background on the story. Play this game. Browser-based, like, shoot-'em-up thing.
Yeah.
And I was just like, meh, don't care too much.
It's a tie-in game. You know, and tie-in games are not always great. In fact, very few of them are. There's the occasional one that I think Resistance had one that they brought out, a browser-based one that's still running, and lots of people still play it because it's actually really good, like astonishingly well put together. It's completely free to play, and it's sort of this online. It's kind of like a strategy game, and you engage in all these different battles, and you war over various parts of the planet, and there's this constant fight going on. I can't remember the name of it, but it's really good. It's surprisingly so, and it was obviously just designed to market the game, but it ended up being fantastic. I think, oh yes, it's called
kind of a thing.
Global Resistance is its name. It's myresistance.net/global, and you can log in.
I'm not even gonna bother going. It won't be up.
No, I think it probably will. Like, we'll see, but
I'm just leaving up the Google search page so that I can click it later.
and that's really good. But admittedly, that's also free. So it's a tie-in game that I assume they're charging money for this. This is not like the Battlefield game they brought out, which they actually ended up taking down because it was so bad that people complained. I'm pretty sure that was a free game, so it's difficult to complain. I know some people were whining on these, like, how dare you take away the game that people legitimately purchased? They didn't purchase anything. It was bad, and EA actually, for all that's wrong with them, actually has some quality control in them, so that's nice, but... yeah, I'm not interested in Mass Effect Infiltrator. What I was interested in was the other iOS app, which is supposedly just a data pad, which is loads of lore. Like, the entire codex from the game is on that. And a whole bunch of other stuff.
Cool.
That's cool. Like,
It's like a purely informative application.
Yeah. I legit bought, I'm a huge nerd, and I'm totally fine with this. There's an LSARS pad, the PADD, for Star Trek The Next Generation, available for iPad. And it is the best thing. Because it's just like the thing from the show. In fact, it's actually better because it's thinner. And it's a huge encyclopedia, and it makes the same noises and everything, and it's the best thing in the world.
Oh god, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Seriously, I want to be like nerds, but at the same time, like, oh my god.
You would.
I'm already downloading that.
You would.
I know,
You'd
right?
You'd hit it.
It's already being downloaded.
Yeah. It's so good.
Next Generation, you can't go wrong with that. Come
No,
on.
no, you cannot. It's really, really good as well. It's such a great app. But whatever the case, Infiltrator for me is definitely a pass, and I'm not so interested in Mass Effect 3 anyway. We've heard a lot of stuff about the endings. I don't want to get into it, but quite frankly, meh on that one. But the last game on the list to look at, maybe not, because the last game is Assassin's Creed 3 Kill British Edition.
Cool, well then.
Yeah. Let's just look at it. Let's just stare and wonder.
Peggy 18.
Yes.
Shut up, Jesse.
Must determine whether Americans are to be free men or slaves. Our cruel and unrelenting enemy leaves us only the choice of brave resistance or the most abject submission. We have, therefore, to resolve to conquer or die.
And that is Assassin's Creed 3, and you have a huge grin over your face, Jesse, after that one.
You know what? It's not for the reason you think. I know you're thinking like, oh, Jesse's all excited. No, there's a line in that. I swear to God. I actually wrote this down while I was playing. I think it's something along the lines of like, you know, it will determine whether or not Americans are free men or slaves. And I'm thinking to myself like, that is some real balls for a white dude to say during the revolution. Like, with real men. Meanwhile, there are real slaves who are like, what the
Well, if we were to get into history, which American history is interesting, we get taught a lot of it in the UK as well, and maybe even more than some of you guys do. But the reason that a lot of the southern states actually got involved in obviously kicking the British out of America, was that the British wanted to abolish slavery.
Slavery. Yeah. You're right. And a lot of, I mean,
Whoops.
for the next 100 some years. Well, actually less than maybe 90 something, but next 100 years, essentially, the entire history of the country is governed by slavery and slave relations. So that's why I just thought that line, like slavery has defined this country and every racial issue in this country since its conception. So that line where it's like, whether we are free or slaves, I was like, somewhere there are some slaves who are like, what the hell is he talking about?
The thing is, right?
That line is ridiculous.
It is
ridiculous.
But the thing is, I think that they'll probably deal with this pretty well. They've said in interviews about this that
Assassin's Creed. Yeah,
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Not every British guy is evil. In fact, far from it. And not every American is good by any stretch of the imagination. And what I'm liking about this is that it's possibly going to be a very gray area and possibly morally ambiguous take on this whole thing. And that I think is very strong.
I think. Yeah, that's what last week I brought up that fact that I really look forward to seeing what they do, and then more importantly the reaction, because first off, the Assassin's Creed games are really well known for doing like the era set pieces and everything, and I think that it's definitely true. In America, our history is definitely like whitewashed, like, oh, it's wonderful and happy, especially to younger audiences. Yeah. And it's not until you get later where you like older where you read like the really like what the, and so a lot of the stuff that I guarantee will be in the game will be hopefully that stuff that will teach a lot of younger generation people that the actual real, America ain't all sunshine and roses.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's rated Peggy 18. They're just going all for it here. 18 plus game that is going to be pretty hardcore in that respect. And I assume you own one of the Assassin's Creed games. One of the things they always put at the start is this game was created by a multinational team of multiple faiths and origins and creeds and so on and so forth. Because a lot of the stuff they deal with is potentially offensive to people that are
subject matter
too easily offended and often very stupid. But whatever the case, with this one, they're really playing with fire, and that's good. I really hope they go for it. I really do. They need to go all out with this and make it a really cool, really ambiguous tale.
And that's why I think that's why I'm really excited, is because I want them to do that. And then I know for a fact that because America's messed up like this, there will be 24-hour news networks covering this game for weeks because it will offend someone that it's like, I'm not sure. I don't know if you get the news over there, but there's a lot of crazy people in America.
Yeah, we're aware of it.
We were founded by this.
Yeah, I'm well aware of the people in question. You don't even have to name them, and we won't. But I love what they're trying to do with it, certainly, and I really hope they do that. But from a gameplay standpoint, this is a bit more interesting because it seems like less big towns and buildings, although they do have big towns. They've shown some screenshots where there are some big towns there. Not everyone lives in log cabins in the middle of the woods, but there's also combat and exploration in the woods where climbing trees is a big deal and leaping from tree to tree.
Yeah. Everyone was so upset about like, oh, well, how are they going to put in the whole parkour element? It's like, dudes, they can use the exact same elements of the old games that everybody loves in a totally different setting. How is that not exciting? Why?
That is cool.
Why are you upset there aren't going to be as many?
You've seen the same things for like 3 games, and you can argue like, oh well, this was in Rome and it's the same. It's all Italian architecture of around the same period. So seeing a completely new side of that and actually applying those skills in a different environment is great. That's a very cool thing to do.
They say? Oh no, go for it. Ladies
no, go. No, you.
No. Age before beauty.
Okay, good, great, good.
Shut up, TV. I saw that look. Shut up.
You screwed that up completely. Congratulations. Wow.
Anyway, continue.
I was just going to say that they've had these 3 games to really like nail everything down, and who's to say that they haven't been planning this as like the next stage in their game for quite a long time.
I think they have.
So now I feel like they've really nailed everything down really well. So I'm really excited for this game from a mechanic standpoint and from a storyline standpoint. That's it.
Yeah. I want combat that actually can kill you. That would be nice because we haven't had that forever in any of the Assassin's Creed games. I suppose there were some exceptions in Revelations, like there was a couple of BS kind of mechanics that could kill you there, but in straight up fighting, it really was kind of Big Trouble in Little China, kind of dancing around, one person at a time coming in, and you could infinitely counter everything, and it was horrendous, and I want to be able to die in that game from not, even falling to my death barely ever happens. It annoyed me because while I'm not big into stealth action games, I was not really an assassin in that game as much as I was a mass murderer. And I didn't care. I could just walk up, stab a bunch of guards, and I was like, oh, you better go hide now. Or I could just slaughter them all without any problems at all. And you get, like, the power creep that you got in that game was ridiculous. Like, how many more weapons can I carry? It's like, you've got the hook blade. It's a hook and a blade. And you've got the dual stabby now. And there's a gun in your arm. It's like, I'm not fucking Optimus Prime. Come on. Give me a jump. I don't know.
And Assassin's Creed you is.
Yeah, and it's even Assassin's Creed 1, where you only had 4 weapons, you still could barely die in that game. There were a couple of exceptions, like taking on a Templar very early on when you had barely no health. That wasn't a very good idea, but Assassin's Creed 2 on was like, lol, we don't care, you just kill everything.
Point of order. First off, as a nerd, I'd like to express my discontent with the fact that you did not recognize that Megatron had the gun in his arm, and it was that an Optimus Prime had a sword in the cartoon. First off, and movies do not apply. Secondly, the minute you mentioned Big Trouble, all I could think about the entire time we were talking was that dude's head inflating and exploding. 3, I am, but go see it. If you haven't seen that movie, go find it, because that's an amazing scene.
You should.
And then 3, I was wondering, this is what I was thinking about earlier, do they say, like, where the story arc is going? Because for me, I want
Desmond,
to be like
obviously,
1950s.
eventually.
Like, I want to see like 1920s. 1920s,
That'd be awesome.
like gangster. Yeah, see, never catch me, copper. I'm an assassin. Yeah. Like, I want to see that game.
I want to
Get
see
it done.
Victorian London. That's such an obvious thing.
Ooh, that'd be a good one.
Victorian London.
Yes.
That would be sweet.
Yeah, disguise yourself
Jack
as a
the
chimney
Ripper.
sweep. That would
You
be.
you fight Jack the Ripper as your arch nemesis.
No, here's a twist on it. You are Jack the
You're
Ripper.
Jack the Ripper.
Exactly. Jack the Ripper was misunderstood.
Yes!
He was actually.
Yes!
There you
And
go.
Make this game happen.
whores are the villains. I knew
Whores are
it.
Templars.
The whores were behind
Old
it the
women of the
entire
internet.
time.
This is basically the plot to Indigo Prophecy right here. So
I want this game to be real.
Whores? You just
Immediately.
ruined the game for me. Now I have to play it even more if there are whores in it.
there is actually sex in that game. Incidentally, it's
Don't
quite
judge
awkward,
me,
and I'm pretty
Dodger.
sure that one
Don't
of the
judge me.
I'm pretty sure one
No
of the people
judgment.
you end up having
No,
sex with
nothing.
is like dead.
Just because I want to stalk and kill whores does not make me less of a person. Now spit out that water. Oh, I tried.
No
I
hatred.
tried.
Oh, please. If we could offend her, we wouldn't have brought her on the show to begin with. I mean, Christ. What the hell are you talking about? You only need to read the chat for 5 seconds to want to just napalm humanity. So, there you go.
Just start crying.
I'm just saying, you're all idiots. I just want to point this out. These guys don't endorse that, but I'm a
Well,
dick.
at least once a podcast, guys.
It's got to be done,
Wanna
hasn't
put it out.
it? I remember the last time. Yeah, that was some good. That was good vitriol there. That was some bile.
I think what TB's saying is he'd like you all to go to Toys R Us, where they'll kidnap you.
Why?
We have to say that at least once every chunk, because I want people to see that. I want that needs to be on the internet. I want rumors on like Reddit that like earlier today a boy was kidnapped. Just spread.
Oh, do not bring Reddit into this. This is just going to make things worse. Just don't. That's a horrible, horrible plan.
Oh.
Oh, man. Topics. Okay, so we'll look to trailers. Let's start topics. So, Jesse, what did you bring along for us? What is our topic of discussion?
Oh, yeah, topics. My topic was that Dodger and I both were looking up stuff today, and she wrote it down. So, Dodge, what's the topic?
Oh, I thought you were, because I emailed it to you,
No,
but then I
no.
deleted the email. I thought,
Oh, that's funny, because I remember when I said
Oh.
that I was moving and I didn't have it. So my internet was down because I run Gmail, and so I shut it down.
I've been I've been at GDC. I didn't check my email. Oh God, we just.
Oh no! Remember when you said that you had a good topic from GDC? It was about this game where you could play with just your middle fingers. Remember that game? The TV was giving you a hint.
Yeah,
that was a hint. It was the middle finger game.
Right, John. Because I emailed him too.
Remember?
Maybe
yeah,
he should.
Right. We sent him that email. You forwarded it to him,
That's right. Oh, he must have it.
Can you
Since
go
both
over
of
what
us,
it was?
We don't have it.
Talk about
I bet he has it.
Yeah, can you talk about what it was?
I hate every last one of you, by the way. Including Mara the
Even
damn
Mara the
cat.
cat?
Even Mara the damn cat. Look, screw him. It's your fault.
Wait a minute, hold
you
on,
made me
hold
this
on.
way.
You haven't gone to Maru the cat once this entire podcast. You haven't asked Maru once. Maru the cat.
She hasn't
should probably go
interjected.
first.
It's her own fault. She
Does
needs
she
to
have
be
a
more
topic?
damn assertive in this podcast.
Yeah, what
This
about
is what I've
Maru's
said.
topic? Do you not care about a cat's topic?
I absolutely do not.
Maru has the topic, I bet.
Yeah.
Oh, that because we sent it to her. Oh, that's right. Him, her, it. We sent it to it.
Send it to Cat. We sent it to Maru. Oh, but he doesn't have
it was-
thumbs. Oh,
and
God.
so because remember it's the middle finger game, and he had those. He was like,
That's right.
I'm a cat.
I
True
remember
story.
this. Yes, it's all coming
What?
back to me right now.
It's all coming back to me. On a something like this, and a something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
So, topics. Nope.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hi there, Laura. Now, remember that topic I sent you about middle finger game, which was awesome.
Apparently Mara
Yeah.
is male, by the way. I've just been informed that I'm an idiot for not believing this. Mara was actually a male cat.
Ah, now we know. We know the truth.
I mean,
this, TB. Wait, that's a female cat.
you
Wait a
idiot!
minute.
You're such an idiot.
You mean like this, TB?
That's a dog, you twat.
Hey there, everybody.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I'm just a dog. Sitting here. Happens being a dog.
You're a goddamn idiot.
Sorry,
what
that
you
was
are.
this is just silly. This is immature. Or is it? Hello, Dodger. I'm gonna moon ya. What the hell?
I'll tell you what we can
This
talk
is how
about.
you waste time while trying to find it. Dodger, that was your cue to find a topic.
So, incidentally,
fail.
I did. By the
Oh!
way, I have a
Oh!
topic. I must point this out. Unless Dodger has one, or that was just cries of despair. Which was it?
I wanted to talk about the new Xbox 720.
No, because there's
Yeah.
nothing to say. Like, there's the whole, oh, it's going to use
What's the
solid-state
difference?
media. Which, like, oh,
people-
great,
I
so
heard-
we're back
I
to
heard
cartridges
Cliff-
again.
I heard Cliff Blazinski was doing something at some point in time. That's something I looked up.
Yeah, we already talked. It was not even any point in saying a lot about that because, like, Cliff Blazinski whined a couple of years ago about the PCs, like, oh, it's all piracy, blah blah blah. You know, he released Unreal 3 and we didn't like it because it was a bad game, and then he blamed the PC, and then he went to consoles for a couple of years, and now he's come crawling back, saying that, oh, you know, new developers should be developing for PC, blah blah blah, and so on and so forth, and he wants to make games for PC again. It's like, well, thanks, Cliff. You know what? We stopped caring about you 2 years ago when you made nothing but blocky Space Marine cover high wall shooters for like 3 years, and that's how pissed off I am. The fact of the matter is that I didn't care about him 2 years ago, but you know he made the games, the 3 years worth of games in that 2 year period. He compressed time just to piss me off more. So fuck you, Cliff Blazinski, and your time bending shenanigans.
He's flip-flopping.
Now,
Nobody
to be
likes
fair, I'm
that.
pretty sure that Gears came out in 2007, or was it late 2006? Maybe late 2006. But whatever the case, there's nothing really to talk about there. So
Yeah.
what I do have, and I brought a topic along with us, by the way, for this special occasion, and it's the subject of video game awards and the fact that in a couple of days we're going to be having the BAFTAs, which is the British Film and Television Awards. They're generally fairly well respected, but they also do video games. And of all the award ceremonies, they're probably they're one of the least terrible. Like, they're pretty bad, but they're nowhere near as bad as Spike, for instance. And I do have, and you can go and check the categories out, by the way. I'm not going to give the URL out because it might crash the site and we need it. But there it is in the Skype. And
BAFTA, Game British Academy video.
you didn't just do that. That just makes me angry on so many levels. But there are a number of
Is that your British
interesting
accent?
categories.
Hello,
No, it wasn't.
It's my British accent. It is.
It wasn't. It
Yeah.
was just. It was just this voice.
Yeah. And obviously,
But-
this
No,
covers
it
games
wasn't.
that came out in 2011, needless to say. And they had some interesting winners. In 2011, they had, like, Heavy Rain won a few, with Mass Effect 2 did. Connect Sports won something as well. But they've got some interesting categories, like Artistic Achievement is one of them. And this, to me, is kind of a weird one, because the people up for, well, the games up for it are Arkham City, LA Noire, Little Big Planet 2, Rayman Origins, Elder Scrolls 5, and Uncharted 3. And that's an interesting mix, but I would maybe only put 2 of those in there. Like, Little Big Planet.
How is artistic achievement different from design? Because design is another category.
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, the thing is, design surely can talk about game mechanics, because Super Mario 3D Land is in there, as is Portal 2. And Portal 2 is not going to win any prizes for graphics, is it? But
Whoa! Hold the phone.
okay,
How is LA Noire under best game?
because
Falsification.
It's
How is
it's-
FIFA 2012 under best game?
well, it's
falsification.
Right? Okay, this is the
Negate
problem.
that-
It's the UK, and we really like FIFA for no good reason. So we put the FIFA game under there. I don't know why.
It's okay. Portal 2's on there, so I'm happy.
As regards to LA Noire, though, I mean, are you suggesting that LA Noire shouldn't at least be up for something? I mean, I played the game. I liked
an
LA Noire
achievement
quite a lot.
award and maybe there's a lot of things that could be up for awards in, but best game? No, false.
Really?
No. I didn't think it was.
It was-
I thought it was a good
very
game.
unique.
Best game. But the groups the people that it's with is it's Portal 2, which is stunning. Elder Scrolls, totally love it. Skyward Sword, and then Batman: Arkham City, which is pretty. But then they have FIFA and LA Noire. Like, come on, there's so many other great games that come out this year. Like, that's.
It's interesting, I feel, that Uncharted 3 isn't in best game, whereas it's in for artistic achievement. That's a very odd choice, I feel. But Uncharted 3 is a good-looking game, but it wasn't the milestone leap from Uncharted 1 to 2. Like, 2 looked incredible for the time. It still does. And Uncharted 3 was just 2 with a bit more polish on it. As far as I'm concerned, at any rate. What I really like, this is there are some cool categories, though. I think audio achievement is a very cool category. But once again, it's got some odd choices in. It's got Battlefield 3 in, which I think if Battlefield 3 doesn't win that, there's something horribly wrong with whoever's judging it. Because for all of its faults, Battlefield 3 has the most incredible Battlefield audio ever of any shooter I've ever seen. And then they've got Modern Warfare 3, which actually has no reason to be in that category at all. The audio in that game sucks. It flat out sucks. The guns sound awful, tinny. There's no atmosphere to that game whatsoever. Hell, there's more atmosphere to starting Counter-Strike. So I don't know what they're doing there. There's a game called The
Trying to see if
Nightjar.
Call of Duty
hell's
is in
that?
any other category.
It's not in for best game. So big props to them for that.
It's in online multiplayer.
Okay, well, that's a reasonable category to put it in, but Revelations is in there as well. I have a feeling Battlefield 3 gets that, honestly, but there's some interesting stuff in there, too. Little Big Planet 2 is actually getting quite a lot of nods on this, and this is a game that I think did pass a lot of people by, and to be fair, that was a game where you could build almost any game, and that was very, very cool.
That game was great. I really liked that game a lot.
I love this performer category, because the names in it are like the tip top of the best voice actors out there.
Mark Hamill for Arkham City. Yeah. Aaron Stanton for
Nolan
LA Noire.
North, Stephen Fry, Stephen Merchant.
Fry.
Lol.
Honestly, if
have you seen the bottom one?
yeah.
Total War Shogun 2.
Your favorite game in the world.
Shameful
Favorite game in
display!
the world.
Our men are running from the battlefield! Shameful display! What is that doing there? What is that doing there?
That wasn't racist at all.
But the voice acting in that game is highly racist, though. It really is. It's like, it is incredibly stereotypical. I've said this before. I've said this before.
That guy's winning.
In that game,
Yeah.
in that game,
winner.
they have a tutorial voiceover that has a very heavy Japanese accent and doesn't speak English all that well. It was the worst design decision I've ever heard. Why would you try and teach someone like that? But then the over battle narration was the most stereotypical nonsense to the point where it spawned Shameful Display as a meme that has continued all the way since its release. And how is that in there? I don't know.
Holy shit!
I hope he wins.
I hope he wins. On that basis. 'Cause, oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh god!
I'm sorry, Togo
Take a
Igawa.
break.
I'm sorry.
I may have to urinate very badly. Can we take a
No, we can't take a break. We're not done.
Can I just get up and leave?
No, you can't do that either.
Oh, Jesse. I think you're sinking again too. I'd like to say that.
It's another box. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah. I figured.
All I have are
figured it was the
boxes.
same problem.
Yeah. Well, let's have a look at some other stuff. There's unfortunately like Game Award, which bear in mind, like those of you who don't know, Game is a store chain that is going under pretty badly at the moment, and this is, I think this is pretty much like a people's choice. Minecraft is in there, which is odd because that game was not, well, that game has been out for a while, but I guess its official release was in 2011, and then the rest of it's very, very predictable for obvious reasons. But strategy, what the hell is Dark Souls doing in strategy? More to the point, why is Deus Ex there? In fact, there are actually, by the looks of it, well, there's 4 strategy games in there. Football Manager, From Dust, Ghost Recon Shadow Wars, a 3DS game, which is a very odd choice. And it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. And then Shogun 2, of course. But, story. Skyrim. Well, that's a lie. That game doesn't have a story.
Let's not get on that again.
Nah,
That train's. Nope.
It's gone.
So-
Nope.
LA Noire
Stop.
in there.
Caddy.
Arkham City in there as well. Arkham City's actually in... If Arkham City isn't also in sports and fitness, I'll be very surprised. No, it turns out it's not.
So catty. Oh.
Thanks for that. Original music. I don't know, there's a lack of variety in this list. That's why I don't like... Original music is like the same as what we've seen here. Revelations, I mean, really? Assassin's Creed 2 had some amazing tracks, but Revelations is kind of more the same. Arkham City, again, for
Here's the
original
problem
music.
here's the problem I have with this award show and pretty much every other award show. It's like the people giving out the awards have only played like 6
10
games all year.
Yeah.
And almost every award show, it's like the same games over and over again.
Yeah.
And there's so many games out there. You can't honestly think that like that's it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, this is true. Interestingly enough,
It's
there's
more popularity.
Yeah, no sign of any of the Angry Birds games in mobile and handheld, so good up for them. It's always nice. Game innovation is one of the best categories. Like, this is a really good category. Bastion, Child of Eden, From Dust, LA Noire, Little Big Planet 2, and Skyward Sword. That's a good category. And I'm trying to think, is there anything else that came out in 2011 that's kind of missing from that innovation list? I'm trying to think what my... Oh, yeah.
I always have trouble remembering, like, what
the
came
Sims.
out.
Well, I
What
just
still
look at my
counts in
top
the-
10 games of 2011 video. Like, and it's easy.
Oh, okay.
It's easy. And, like, they missed out Magica, for instance. That was very innovative.
Right, that was
released in
good.
January. That's not on that list. Unfortunately, like, PC indie releases don't really seem to get a look in here. These games are going to be on console, unless, of course, you're Minecraft. And even with Minecraft, it does only... Are they in debut game? Wow, Minecraft is not even in debut game. That's interesting. Although, all credit to them, they actually have Euphoria in there under debut game. That's quite surprising. Is that game out on console now? I know it's on iOS, but it was on PC
yeah,
originally.
you can get it on PSN and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Guess that makes sense.
I didn't think so, but I guess.
Yeah, Monster Mind, Facebook game there. That's actually I enjoyed that Facebook game for quite a long time. Monster Mind is pretty fun. And we played a lot of that. So it's pretty cool they're getting a look in. Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet is there, which I feel was very much overlooked. Bastion is there too. Did Rift come out in 2011? Really?
Yeah.
Did it?
Did it?
February 2011. Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
that's actually surprising. There you go. But yeah, that's in there for debut game as well. LA Noire, it's not actually made by Rockstar. It was made by whatever the hell Bondi.
Bonsai?
No, it wasn't
Bonsai.
I can't
Bon
remember.
Mar?
It was Bondi something. Team Bondi.
boop,
Yeah, that was it.
Bondi Extreme Team Bondi?
Team Bondi. Yes.
Good, I got it.
Are they having
Bon-
like the debut game and last game by the sounds of it? Because they're apparently like they're
Didn't they?
basically
Yeah, didn't
closed
everyone get
off.
sold or something? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they would, but apparently on August 2011, they reported the intellectual property and assets have been transferred. It's weird. The whole Team Bondi thing is very complicated, so I don't really know what's going on with them. So I don't really want to make a comment one way or the other. But yeah, some of those categories are pretty good, but some of them they're incredibly predictable, which is kind of sad. But at least we're gonna hopefully see a few reasonable awards for once, because Spike was a joke this year, and I don't even want to get started on that.
Yup.
Spike's pretty much a joke every year, though.
I was gonna say, I can't think of a year where Spike wasn't considered kind of a joke, unfortunately.
Yeah.
If there isn't a year where they don't have someone come out and have like chanters come out with them to release a trailer for a game,
Oh god.
like then it's just not a Spike Award show. Like there has to be at least someone, like people come out in rows and chant like an intro, and it's like, what the hell is this? I just saw the trailer. I don't need to see this. Like, we're so pleased to present you this game that we just made. No, boo. Can I go to the bathroom now? I really have to go to the bathroom.
All right, we'll take a
Your
quick
laughing
break.
killed me.
We'll take a quick break.
Thank you.
Then when we come back, we're going to wrap the show up because we're running once again onto our usual 3 hours. And we'll wrap it up with a look at some of the TGS videos from this week and our usual plugging stuff, and then we shall end the show. So go let forth the lizard, Jesse.
Done.
We'll be right back.
Oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Game Station Podcast. If you are listening live, you got the sounds of... I'm not even going to try. No, I will try, because it'll be funny. I think it's Matthias Hagstrom Gut with Matthias Man-Meat mix of the first...
I like it.
Yeah, the first theme, the Light World, I think, level 1 from Super Meat Boy, the digital special edition soundtrack.
Man-Meat?
Man-Meat. Man-Meat.
Man-Meat.
Yep, and before that... Yes, it is. You don't even have to try because that's what they were going for. This isn't an innuendo. This was just them deliberately doing that. And
This is
before that,
just straight
soundtrack
up
Pineapple Smash Crew, a fantastic game made by a company called Rich Make Game. It's one guy. His name is Rich. He makes game. Simple as that. It's pretty awesome.
Brilliant.
Excellent.
Yeah. I'm definitely
Print
a
it.
fan of that.
Lock it.
Definitely a fan of that game. Very, very simple, but very awesome. But yeah, welcome back to the show. And we're just going to wrap things up by looking at a few of the TGS videos. We've each got a pick, of course, on a channel we would love to highlight, and we'd love for you to visit and take a look at. The Game Station Network's pretty damn large, to the point where we can't actually figure out who's in it most of the time.
Sometimes.
There's a few too
It's hard
many.
to tell.
Yeah, so that's how it is, but... Yeah, we can talk about that. So, Jesse, we can start off with you. Is this one in English this time around? I've got to ask, just to make sure.
It is in English. Yeah, these guys were actually featured on the TGS main channel a few.
Okay.
The last week has been hell, so I don't know how long it was. Imagine a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's Underbelly, and they have this is a video of them talking about, for some reason, and this is just me. Every time anyone does a video where they talk about video game movies, I watch the entire thing and laugh the entire way through because video game movies suck no matter
Unless they're
what they are.
called Silent Hill.
I love the Silent Hill
Silent
movie.
Hill movie was
You
good.
were like my only comrade in that.
I knew a lot of
didn't.
people that said that. Like from all of the video game movies, which are, let's be honest, pretty dross. Silent Hill was pretty damn faithful. Like to the point where they even got a lot of the camera angles like straight out of the first game, and the creepy babies. Oh god
Love that
damn.
movie.
It's
I
it had problems.
the only
but it
one that
wasn't
I
bad.
liked was Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat was amazing.
Oh,
for
Mortal
me.
Kombat's
I love
pretty
that
good
movie.
too.
It's a fair point.
But
Yeah.
to me,
The
the
first one,
best
not the
ones
second
are
one.
like Mario Brothers, not Dungeon, but Double Dragon. Right?
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
you've never seen the Double Dragon movie?
I don't want to
It
see
is
that. That sounds
amazing.
awful.
Like though they're so bad, they're good. And of course, Street Fighter. And they talk about Street Fighter in this, and I just thought it was funny. So Have at it.
It was
Yeah.
Tuesday.
So some people are trying to argue in the channel that Tomb Raider was a good movie, to which I say, don't be ridiculous. It was awful.
There were
Absolutely
only two
awful.
things worth watching in that movie, and both were fake.
Meow.
Hey-oh! I'll be here all week.
Yeah, Resident Evil, no. Like, the first Resident Evil, absolutely not. Like, number 2, maybe. At least that was like a Resident Evil. Right? There was barely anything from Resident Evil
Now
in
they're
the
just
first
like,
one.
yeah. Now they're just like, let's see what Mila
They're
Jovovich
basically just the
can do
Matrix
now. Like,
now.
throw her in half a tank top and have her kill zombies.
Yeah, like,
Mila,
at least number
get on it.
2. Number 2 had some moments that were pretty cool. It had the Nemesis in it. It had Jill Valentine in it, and it sort of seemed okay. But even then, it wasn't that great. But
Then there was the ending, which was like, oh,
Jesus, yeah, don't get me started with that
Ah,
nonsense.
ah.
Yeah, it's there's some bad stuff in that, but we'll have a quick look at the clip then, shall we? Sadly, because the way XSplit works, we're gonna have to start from the start, so you're gonna have the intro and stuff like that.
Oh, I
but-
apologize for like the 20-minute intro.
Yeah,
Enjoy.
we're probably gonna see nothing worthwhile here because XSplit is an awful
Yeah,
program.
it's gonna be all
and they need to
intro.
fix it. Yeah, enjoy the intro. I think this is the right
Okay.
button. Let's hit it.
Awesome. Great. Good. Can't wait.
Hey guys, and welcome to this episode of Underbelly. I'm Justin.
I'm Newt.
I'm Sean.
I'm Frank.
Okay. So, when I was a kid, I was really psyched to see video game movies because I liked video games and I was happy that a movie was out about them.
Of course. So was I. I won tickets to go see the Super Mario Brothers movie. That did not pan out as well.
No, you did not win. You lost.
I did.
Oh, we were good. That was good.
Keep it going. What are you doing? You broke it. You're better than he fell down.
What just
happened?
Anyway, here are some examples of video game movies that are really awful.
Retro video games had very simple concepts, but that's especially true of fighting games, like Mortal Kombat, or, more importantly, Street Fighter. You simply show a tournament where people beat the hell out of each other. Think Bloodsport. You make Ryu the good guy, and Bison the bad guy. Done. Yet they decided to make the main character Guile, and then cast him as Jean-Claude Van Damme. They casted a Belgian, who can barely speak English, as Guile.
And I'm going to kick that son of a bitch Bison's ass so hard.
That's not even the worst thing. They had way too many characters and way too many stupid fight scenes for the sake of adding more fighting scenes.
No! The point of Street Fighter is you add more fighting scenes. In fact, the entire game just needed to be Raul Julia saying awesome stuff and then fighting. That was all it needed to be.
I will say the one thing I find funny about that is that movie to me could have just been all around Julia just being like, from heaven, God descends upon thee with lightning. Like, whatever lines he says in that movie are so over the top. Like, for that to be his last movie
Bison
before he
graced
died,
your village,
it's like that
Jesse.
movie killed him.
It
Like,
actually did as well. His last movie. The day Bison graced your village, Jesse, was the greatest day of your life. For me, it was Tuesday.
But to me, it was Tuesday.
The best line in any movie all years.
It's so good.
Yeah.
That was the best. But I'm telling you, I like that I couldn't see any of what you were watching, so I assume you saw the beginning. So I will just
yes,
say
we started from the beginning.
I love it.
I actually really like their intro.
It's unnecessarily awkward, I feel. You know I get critical about other videos, and I will be critical about your choice as well, but the intro was a bit awkward for that. I think they maybe go a little bit too over the top with the goofy. The sad thing is, like, they look really professional. Like, the camera setup is obviously good. It looks good. The sound quality's mostly there. Like, there's a bit where it kind of fades out a little
us.
bit. Says
Oh, well, you know,
we just throw away a podcast
and
on
they have good
Skype.
cameras.
We're not trying, and we're doing this live, so...
I want so badly to always wear a shirt of my face now, though. Next podcast, shirt of my face.
Yeah, sure.
I'm writing it down because otherwise I'll forget.
You need to have all right. You need to have a shirt of your face wearing. No, you need to have a shirt of you wearing a shirt of you wearing a shirt of you. Go.
Inception.
Bison dollars were worth £5 British, if I recall correctly. By the way, just want to point that out.
Bison dollars.
Yeah, it was in the movie. Bison dollars.
I'm telling you, I cannot remember that line at the end of it, but I
gotta
swear
watch
to
that again.
when right before he dies, I have to look it up. Every time we talk about this, I always post it on my Facebook every time. And so now I need to find it again because I swear to God, the line's like, "And God said to the heavens, smite thee with thunder." Some crazy biblical shit. It's amazing. And then, of course, Jean-Claude Van Damme kicks him like across a room. It's so wonderful.
Love it.
Best
every day.
movie ever.
Yeah, I get the whole Van Damme. You know, casting Van Damme as Guile was a bit stupid. Like, he doesn't look anything like him.
But
I have Street Fighter the movie
But with
game,
that said, the
and
whole
that was
video-
bad too.
yeah, the whole video though is about all video game movies, so it isn't just about that one.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that they
not
go
a good
through all of
start.
them and sort of like break down.
I wouldn't have started with Street Fighter, honestly. I would have probably started with Super Mario Brothers, which is unimaginably
Brothers, which is-
terrible.
It has
So bad, good.
It has nothing. I cannot imagine what was going through their minds. It has nothing to do with the game. Then again, at the time, the game was like blip, blip, blip. So I don't know what.
Why make that? I don't know, but all I remember is Everybody Walk the Dinosaur and It's a Bob-omb. Those are the two things I remember from that movie. They've stuck in my mind forever.
I remember the de-evolution was the big villain plan.
Oh, yes.
We're gonna turn them
That's
all
right.
into dinosaurs. 'Cause here,
Dinosaurs.
we're all reptile people.
And King Koopa devolves into a dinosaur. Crappiest
So good.
movie ever.
That was pretty bad. That was pretty
I have
bad.
a soft spot for that movie, and I have no idea why.
I remember
Goomba,
another-
little tiny Goomba on a giant body. It's like this, like they couldn't CGI in, or like, so it's this little Goomba head on a giant body, and it's like, "Hello guys, I'm a Goomba." It's so bad.
So amazing.
Oh. However, the Mario Brothers cartoon, which featured the Mario Brothers rap, is the greatest thing ever invented by man.
I used to watch the
We're
Sonic
the Mario
cartoon.
Brothers.
Zelda show.
Plummin's
that came
game.
on.
Found the secret warp drone. Warp drone. Working on the
What?
drain.
I don't even know.
What amazing.
I do
It's the
remember
Super
one
Mario
really
Super Show.
bad line from that movie, actually, where they were trying to be very clever. I think they said, was she corpulent? Very corpulent? It's like, no, she was just really round. Ha ha! Vocabulary jokes. Well done, guys.
I still use vocabulary jokes.
The funny thing is, when I was very young when I saw that movie, I didn't understand that joke at all. And now I understand it, and it's like, that wasn't funny.
Now that I'm old enough to take advantage of this knowledge,
Exactly.
it's just not worth it.
Now I can pass harsh judgments on Super Mario Brothers, the movie. But, yeah, there are some fairly bad stuff there. Scott Pilgrim does not count as a video game movie. I'm sorry, it doesn't, because it's an adaptation of a comic and not of a video game. It's a comic about a video game, sort of, in places, which was then made into a movie, and then a game was released. All of which are good, I might add. The comic, the video game, and the movie are all good.
I heart them all.
Yeah, so there you go. That's a fact. But
Fact.
Whoa, hold
right
on,
here.
hold on.
Yeah.
Game Station Podcast.
I demand take 5 minutes out of your life later today and go look up the Super Mario Brothers 1993, oh god, 1993 movie poster. Look at the poster. It says, first off, it has them in some type of like super boots. John Leguizamo giving them thumbs up, and it says at the bottom, "This ain't no game. It's a live action thrill ride. Super Mario Brothers."
God.
Amazing. Amazing.
Why?
What is on their? I do not remember the super boots. What the hell were those? Was that?
Yeah,
Oh, that's because
yeah,
that's how they
dude,
jumped.
they had to
That's how
get
That's how they
because they
jumped, yeah.
bounced. Yeah.
Yeah, they needed explanations as to how all of this stuff worked. And this is why when you have to put in all this stupid crap, that it ends up just being god-awful.
Okay, no, all right. For those of you who haven't seen this movie, it's epic. This is the summary of this. This is the story of two hardworking Italian plumber brothers named Mario, and Luigi Mario, who befriends a young paleontologist named Daisy. She uncovers that's how they could be the Mario brothers, because that's the only way to make sense.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
She uncovers a massive find of mysterious dinosaur bones while exploring the tunnels where the dinosaur fossils lay saboteurs hired by the Mario Brothers rival businessman Anthony Scapelli. Right? They break some underground pipes. Meanwhile, in a hidden world called Dino World, King Koopa's land is running out of water and going through problems, so he sends Spike and Iggy, right, who are his kids in the game, and I don't know what the hell they are in this thing, to kidnap Daisy, because apparently she's a paleontologist who knows where the hell water is. Now the Mario Brothers find themselves the only hope to save Earth from the invasion that challenged the diabolical Lizard King, right? And they must battle a giant reptilian Goombas, outwit misfit thugs, and undermine a sinister scheme to take over the world. Oh, and it takes place in Dino Hatton. Dino Hatton.
I don't want to live anymore. I don't want to live.
That's the greatest.
You know what the sad thing is? After when did that movie come out? Do you remember? Was it 93?
Was it 93? Might be. Let's go with that.
Come on, do something useful and find it.
Okay.
Jesse.
Okay, no, I just looked up because I was like, how do they get past the whole part where it's like Mario and Luigi Mario, right? And so there's a scene in the movie, I swear to God, where Sergeant Simon's like, name, and he's like, Mario. And he's like, last name, Mario. He's like, and you are? He's like, Luigi. And he's like, Luigi? He's like, no, Luigi Mario. He's like, ugh, how many Marios between you are there?
That's where
he's
they
like,
got the
3,
gags
Mario,
from.
Mario, and Luigi Mario. Like, that is a scene in the movie. That is a scene in the
I just want to
movie.
point out, by the way, the cast of that was sickeningly good. That's and yes, this was 1993,
right?
so in 20...
Yes, it's a
in
good
20
cast.
years, video game movies haven't got any better over 2 decades. Bob freaking Hoskins was Mario. Bob Hoskins, this guy has been in so many films and done so many great things. Christ. And then you've got Dennis Hopper as King Koopa. Really. Dennis Hopper. In so many great movies once again. That is really depressing.
Yeah. I think that if you haven't seen it, it's worth watching, though. So that you know. So that you're aware of it.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it's that and the Double Dragon movie. Spend time with your life watching those.
No,
because they came out during the same period.
Remember it.
They came out during that same period where it was like, all right, so we'll take the idea for a game, just naming it, and do whatever the hell we want with it, and people will go see it. That's pretty much the Double Dragon movie. Tell me what that's about. The best part is the Double Dragon movie. I believe. Let me look this up. I think the guy who plays Liu Kang in the Mortal Kombat movies in the
poster is so good.
Double Dragon
not just a game
1994.
anymore. Double Dragon.
Every time they say that, that's just it. But recent video game movies,
horrible.
But I think a lot of them haven't so much been horrible as there's been no point in them being video game movies. Like Hitman, for instance, Hitman was a subpar action film. It wasn't awful, but it certainly wasn't great under any circumstances, and it was barely Hitman. It was just
yeah, exactly. It didn't do
nothing
justice towards the franchise at all.
Nothing.
I think what's happened, like, there's been like a weird curve in video game movies where it's originally it was take the title, we'll title it that, do whatever the hell we want with the movie. People rejected that idea because they're like, this is garbage. And so then they were like, all right, well, fans really want the movies to be about what the game's about, right? But then no one went to go see those, right? There's a lot of movies where it's the premise of the game, and then or it's something that takes place in the game world.
That's all
right?
Mortal Kombat was.
And
that made 122
people
million
are like,
at the box office, I might add. I'm just looking at, there's a list here. There's a list of what's done well. It's actually on Wikipedia. And Mortal Kombat...
I wanted to believe that you just knew that by heart.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry. But the Resident Evil movies, for some inexplicable reason, print money. Resident Evil Afterlife, which is that the...
Zombies.
It's the fourth?
Mila.
$296 million. It's double.
Yeah.
It is actually more than double what the first one made. Definitely double what the second one made. They keep increasing. Like Extinction, which was easily the worst of the lot. I will admit to I've seen every one of them, and I've also seen the CG one, Degeneration, which was pretty bad.
You know, it's okay. So have I.
Yeah,
and
there you go. I knew it.
I still went back and saw the next one because I was like, whatever, this will be good. And of course, then I also saw,
Yeah.
Just
it
every
will be,
movie
honest.
that's video game related, I have to see. I mean, I was one of the 4 people in the theater to see Final Fantasy Spirits Within. Trust me.
Which was awful.
I've seen all video game movies.
And then
And I've said this before, I'll say it
Do
again. When your movie ends with "It feels warm," that's the final line of the movie. You have a crappy movie. You have a
Yes.
crappy movie.
Ooh, apparently
So-
Double
and-
Dragon has 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Wow.
Yes, it is
possible?
so. It is a horrible, horrible film. It probably means that not many people reviewed it because it's so old.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, it's bad. Like, it is that and the Mario Brothers movie. Get your friends together. If you're old enough, purchase some beverages.
Lots
wink.
of them.
And watch those 2 movies on a Friday or Saturday night. It'll be like one of the best nights you'll remember along. There's some scenes in
God.
those movies that are so ridiculous. There's a scene in Double Dragon. I'm not going to spoil it, but they have to pump water. And so who do they get to pump the water? No comment. Just go watch it. You know what? When you see the scene, you will crack up for like 20 minutes straight. My friends and I rewound that scene like 30 times. And this was back when there were VCRs. We were like, oh my God, rewind that. Amazing.
Yep.
When
Here's another stat for you. The video game movie that made the least money at the box office was Postal. $146,000 is all it made. Wow. That is
Postal was a thing?
that's
Yeah.
such a failure.
budget 15 million.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Needless to say, directed by the legendary Mr. Uwe Boll. Oh god.
Ah,
There's no point. It's like you can talk
champion.
about. People's like, oh, talk about Uwe Boll's movies. No, Uwe Boll has only made 1 movie, and that movie is called Shit. And then he just repackages
You know what the
it
best
with a
part
different
is?
title and re-releases it.
I almost love him because at this point he knows he makes shit. He knows people expect that he makes shit, and he doesn't even care anymore. He's just like, go
like,
see my next
whatever.
film. It's garbage.
God,
And then
Jason
people are like, okay,
Statham was in the Name of the King, a Dungeon Siege Tale.
Yes.
Jeez.
Horrible movie.
Unbelievable.
You know he was like, he's like Jason Statham gotta eat. You know he was like, I need a paycheck.
When was that? It came out in 2008. No, Jason Statham surely was making money at that point. Wasn't Crank out around
Yes,
that
he
time?
was. He was. Yes, correct. I'm telling you, Jason
Statham
was
gotta
like,
eat.
Jason Statham gotta eat.
I just want to point out, right? This is what Jason Statham made in that year: The Bank Job, which did really well; Death Race, which did really well; and Transporter 3.
Yep.
And then inexplicably, he also makes In the Name of the King. What did he just not have enough millions to lie in at night? What's wrong with that?
Every actor owes people favors. I guarantee somewhere along the line he owed someone a favor, and they were like,
You gonna do a Uwe Boll movie?
Jason.
It's not even worth it. You might as well just kill yourself. It's a better way out. Trust me.
It's not like it killed his career, guys.
No,
Like-
it didn't. Thankfully, it didn't. He got away with it because he's Jason
By the way,
Statham.
I will
Death
say for the
Race,
record,
by the way.
Crank 1 and 2 are the greatest films ever made
Crank,
by
I
mankind.
watched Crank 2 and I wasn't even sure what had happened by the end of it. It's like they went
Exactly.
full retard, and you never go full retard.
That's what I'm saying.
That was
at some point they just
incredibly-
stopped caring.
Yeah, they did.
That in the
It was
I think it's the newest version of the not the Predator. What is that movie? Damn.
the mechanic.
Think brain. Think.
Nope.
No, the mechanic's garbage.
No,
Garbage.
it wasn't that great.
I don't know. It's some comic book movie, and I can't remember what it is.
Whatever the case, Jason Statham is unbelievably typecast at this point. Incredibly so. I don't even know why we got onto this, but all we can say is, yes, check out the Underbelly if you want to hear about movies,
that's
I
right.
guess. Yeah, it's kind of weird because Underbelly are very much a movie channel, but they're sort of doing a bit of games here and there. So if you like what you saw, then go check them out. They also have a video up on TGS, which is their kind of intro video, which talks an awful lot about movies and not much about video games. So they'd fit right in here on this podcast where we can never stay on topic. Dodger, tell us about your video.
Okay, so my video is, it's a Pokemon video from Shofu. He is a competitive Pokemon player, and he also does casting on his channel. If you are subscribed to the Game Station, you might have seen the TM87 music video. that was him rapping in that, and he's just a really, really cool guy, and I started watching his videos, and I think that he's very talented, and I thought that this video was very informative, so figured it would be a good one to show you guys.
All right, let's take a look.
What's up, guys? Something caught my attention, and it's been bothering me so much that I had to make a video about it. A lot of you guys asked me why I had Baton Pass on my Espeon, and I always thought it was fairly obvious, but I guess some people don't know. So, you know, I got so many comments, and it's been bothering me all day. So I decided to make this little video just explaining exactly why I have Baton Pass. So hope you guys enjoy. For those that care, for those that were asking, this is for you guys. So, cheer. The primary reason to carry Baton Pass on Espeon is to avoid Tyranitar. Tyranitar is well known for using Pursuit to trap psychic types by forcing them to switch out. By using Baton Pass on Espeon, we never have to worry about this. We can safely switch out whenever we please. On the other hand, if we decide to hard switch, we run the risk of our opponent using Pursuit with his Tyranitar, thus killing Espeon. The secondary reason for running Baton Pass on Espeon is so that we never have to hard switch. For example, if I know my opponent is going to switch out for any reason, instead of hard switching, I can use Baton Pass, scout to see what Pokemon he brings in, and then switch to the appropriate check or counter. I was never forced to guess what Pokemon he would bring in because I saw what Pokemon he brought in before I switched out.
There you go. That's actually really interesting. For me, competitive Pokemon didn't really register on my radar, but I think as we go along just looking at the internet, almost everything will be turned into competitive in some way. I've said a lot about Smash Brothers, for instance, which will upset a lot of people, but at the end of the day, the lead designer of Smash Brothers came out and said this was designed as a party game. It wasn't designed to be competitive. What the hell are you guys doing? You know, and this is the reason why the whole Final Destination Fox only, no items thing was like, well,
no items.
What's the point? It's like playing Mario Kart with no weapons. It's like, oh, they're all unfair. But no, Pokemon, I can definitely see that, especially with the evolution of a lot of games, let's be honest, that there would be a competitive scene arise from that, and there is quite a lot of complexity to it. Explains it quite well. You know, what kind of bothers me about that video, and it's unfortunate, because, like, his narration in the actual video, when he's talking about Baton Pass, really good. Really, really good. Like, he explains everything very clearly, very succinctly. It sounds fantastic. But that intro is just dodgy. I mean, the first 3 words, he already kind of falls over himself. It's like, hey guys, like, what, you didn't think past the first 2 words? What was wrong with that? But which is unfortunate, because the rest of the video was really good. So I don't know what was really going on there.
I don't know. I would, not just because I know him, but typically I give situations like that the benefit of the doubt if it's a lead up into something that's more polished. I assume maybe the polished part was made and then he went, maybe I should intro this so people know why I'm doing this and what this is for. So it was just kind of a rush thing, maybe.
Yeah. I can understand that, but it's just unfortunate. Like, if you're going to make a really good video, don't kind of ruin it with the intro being a bit of a mess, I suppose. It did feel kind of sloshed together, whereas the main video was really well edited, sound quality was good, commentary was good. It made me interested, and I think the problem, I suppose, is that the video is definitely not aimed at me, because I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I understand there are Pokemon, they have abilities. That's cool. I played Pokemon Red and a bit of Gold, and that's as far as my Pokemon career ever got. But I don't suppose that the video is really aimed at people that don't know a lot about Pokemon anyway, so I'm not the demographic of that video. But from what I saw from the video, it seemed really interesting, and if I was into Pokemon, I'd probably want to know this stuff.
Yeah, I'm actually the same as you. It never really, like, registered to me that there would be competitive Pokemon. And then, like, the more that I've been interacting with people in the game station, which is why it's so cool that we're doing this, I'm able to be like, hey, look at this video.
People, yeah.
There are a lot of people who do Pokemon videos and who are really interested in Pokemon, and I had no idea until I started interacting with more people. So it's really cool that there's this huge community that really cares about it. And yeah, with every game that comes out, they've been changing, like, the way that the battle system is a little bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Certainly. It's a good video. And the name of the channel is?
Shofu. I think it's just Shofu. SHOFU. YouTube.com/Shofu.
Yep. Those of you watching the podcast on YouTube, the links are below. That's where you need to go. and you can find
Check
that
him
one.
out, because he's a cool dude.
Yeah, it's nicely put together. Right, my video. This is like the third time I've tried to show this, and I think now finally we can do it. Because we had video breaking last week, and the problem is I have to download these videos before we start, and this video is like an hour long, so it took a while to download. Unfortunately, the intro for this is also a little bit lacking, and I've been trying to help this guy out. He goes by the name, of course, Dignitas Apollo, who is sort of our resident StarCraft 2 coach, I guess, alongside, of course, Day9, who's also a part of the game station. But it's the first part of his Terran tutorial, so those of you looking to learn how to play Terran in StarCraft 2 from a very basic level, you can check out his tutorial. We're going to just watch a quick part of the intro. Sadly, he rattles on for about 10 minutes, and XSplit being what it is won't let me skip, but this should give you an idea of what to expect.
Yes, believe your eyes. This is the Terran tutorial, everybody. Welcome to the first part of the Terran tutorial. I'm sorry that it took a long time. I'm extremely busy, but I've squeezed in the time. I also did wait for Season 6 to get in so I could play on the maps and play with the new Terran and the new late game of Zerg. But here we are today with your Terran tutorial. For all of you Terran players out there, I'm sorry once again, but now I'm happy to bring you your educational set of videos. This is a 4-part tutorial where we will go through playing from the lowest level. I've lost my placement matches, and I've got a story to talk about those placement matches in a minute, but I've lost the placement matches. There's fresh account, brand new, purchase this morning. As you can see, named Terran, learning T, and I'll explain that is also with the story too. And what we're going to be doing today is looking, first of all in part 1 of course, we're looking through the settings to make sure all the settings are good. For our educational reasons to be playing Terran, and then we'll start to build a plan for each different matchup, builds for each different matchup, so we can hit that ladder hard and focus all around macro, safe play, and look at some time.
Yeah, there's a quick intro to it. He does go on for about 10 minutes there. The way that he does these tutorials is interesting because he pretty much does them all live, and it's mostly because he hasn't really learned how to edit a video yet. It's a couple of months ago, he wasn't really doing anything in video because he lives in Wales. Or at least he did. He now lives in Sweden. Wales is bad because Wales has terrible internet. He couldn't stream. He couldn't do anything. So he's now kind of learning to put videos together. And his way of doing these tutorials is he does an hour live, pretty much. And he just goes through and he plays the games, which is kind of risky because he could potentially lose one of those games. And he's right the way down to the Bronze League. He deliberately loses all his matches to start at Bronze and work up to show like all the common mistakes and things like that. But it's quite nicely put together, and people are praising him a lot. On Reddit, he's very popular for all of his tutorials. There's already a set out for Zerg and Protoss, and if you have StarCraft 2 and you really aren't very good at it, like me, I'm awful at the game, it's a very good series to watch. If it were my only criticism of it, it would be maybe nicer for it to be split up into kind of more bite-sized chunks. And also, maybe just tighten up the editing just a little bit, because it is done live. It's obvious that it's done live, but the quality is much better than it was, and I think he's tightened things up quite nicely, and it's really good info. Very good info. You can learn a lot from that.
Right.
Has he talked about what he's going to do once he's done with, because you said there's Protoss and Zerg already, has he talked about what he's going to do once he's done with Terran?
A few things, yeah. I was talking to him because we've been trying to work on kind of a program for his channel of how to create sustainable content, which is difficult. And Jesse, even you can tell us, we both came from the WoW Cataclysm era, and before as this drew to a close, we all were thinking, how do we transition out of this and not basically just lose this gravy train that we just got? Because we both got pretty lucky. We were both able to partner our channels and do this stuff, but we got on the back of Cataclysm and like, wow, okay, what the hell do we do now? Thankfully, I kind of got a plan and Jesse had a plan, but it's the same with Apollo as well. It's like, okay, you've done your tutorials, now what? Where do you go from here?
Right.
And he started doing some things with like individual maps, like how to look at each map and the best way to open and the things to look for. And Blizzard's always putting new maps in and changing things around, so he's got a lot of interesting tutorial content on that channel. He's a great guy. I cast with him for over a year. He's basically part of a two-man casting team with me. So I'm definitely a big fan of his content, and I think he's got a hell of a lot of potential. And his channel is Dignitas Apollo, spelled Dignitas Apollo, in the way that you would expect over on YouTube.
One of the best things about that is people who do StarCraft like straight up tutorial videos have saved me so much time and trouble, especially people who do single player ones. Like, I know people say like, oh, you know, this is how you beat this hard mode, right? Oh, I'm telling you, some of the harder maps on single player, because that's like really the only thing I do in StarCraft besides like tower defense, right? People have given some like really classy build order stuff. So I plan on using this to maybe actually try and start some, you know. Okay, look, I'm just gonna get my ass kicked in StarCraft.
Everyone gets their ass kicked in StarCraft. That's how it is.
Yeah. But I'll try, and I'll blame him if I fail.
There you go.
Yep. Play it because it'll make
Thank you,
people
GB.
mad. Like, some people have an unjustified hatred of StarCraft content, so definitely do it. As the more it makes people mad, the better
StarCraft
it
is fun. Honestly, I just want to do like Jesse plays StarCraft and have it be me playing tower defense. Like just sitting there building towers, and then like just waiting for spawns to move.
There's apparently a really
like
good
4-hour-long video.
There's a really good game mode that I've just discovered that I heard about called Nexus Word Wars. And apparently it's a combination of Nexus Wars, which is kind of a base building game on either side, a kind of a tug-of-war map, and a typing game. Like, that sounds really fun. And
That
apparently
sounds awesome.
you can type words out to kill units and things like that. That seems great. I want to try that. We should play that at some point.
That's awesome. That's kind of like why I liked what the hell is that game? The Bejeweled, the Star-Jeweled one they had.
Yeah,
I thought that was
Star-Jeweled.
clever that you were playing Bejeweled while you were sending units to kill someone else.
Yeah, that's good.
I thought that was great.
Yeah, it definitely is. I was certainly a fan of it for about 5 minutes. The only problem with that game is it drags on for far too long. It's like originally it was like a best of 5, and each round went on for about 50 minutes because you couldn't break the other guy. And now it's different because there are some people that are far too good at that game. But it was nicely put together. It's a good mod. There's no question about that. So good stuff. Definitely worth.
Dude, Irish Chef.
Irish Chef. I played a couple of rounds of Irish Chef. It was funny.
Yeah.
Like, the voiceover for Irish Chef is so funny.
What was the voiceover, TB?
It's the same guy that did Shameful Display. It was that guy. I'm convinced of it. It's true. It's like, I'm not even going to try. Jesse, you're the voice actor. You do it. You say to us... No, not like that. No? Do the Iron Chef voice and say, today's feature ingredient is...
That's racist.
Ultralisk.
What?
Do it. Do it.
What?
Do it. To say, in the Iron Chef voice, today's feature ingredient is... Ultralisk.
Today, like that is like today. Feature ingredient is Ultralisk.
Yes, that's it. That's it right there. You've got it.
Well done.
Well
done. Nailed it.
Yeah. You have to stroke your long beard while you.
Shameful display.
I love the. To me, I imagine an old British man with a monocle. And say, "Oh, shameful display!
Oh, shameful display! Our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display!"
Oh God, that's amazing.
Yep.
Oh man.
Dear Internet God, please let someone remix that with TB going shameful display. Love, your faithful servant, Jesse. Go to it, fans. You have your mission.
It gotta happen.
Oh.
Wow. What a great day.
It's been a good day. It's been a good day. Right, I think that pretty much rounds it up for the Game Station podcast, aside from the mandatory part of the show where we encourage you all to go and watch ads on our channel. I mean, go and watch videos on our channel. Of course, It's like they both mesh together. It's all cool. So, Dodger, what are you doing? What's coming up?
I got my news Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'm playing Dead Space. That's what's going on my channel.
Does your Dead Space playthrough have cam in the dark while playing Dead Space? Good. You've got to do that.
Oh, it has scare cam.
That seems to be scare cam seems to be the thing at the moment. I'm pretty sure there's a guy, wasn't it PewDiePie? I think who won. Did he win?
That's like all he does.
That's
like,
all he does, isn't it? It's just scare cam, isn't it? That's all he does. I'm fairly sure it's Machinima.
Literally
on TGS,
all he does.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, when I played Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper, I put the camera in there, and then I was like, maybe I won't put the camera there for the next game that I play. But I wound up choosing Dead Space, and I was like, I have to have a scare cam. Come on. So.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's
asking
that's
if
all
like
that's going up.
I have ad block. Do you still get revenue? No, that's the point. That ad blocking blocks the ad. So no, you don't.
Yeah. If you could not do that.
Well, we would definitely appreciate it if you don't. I understand why people use ad block. I mean, ads can be really.
TB can finally leave that closet if you if you watch his ads. He can finally leave the closet.
Says the guy who can't afford a chair. Fuck you. What are you talking about? This is how bad it is. This is what ad block has done. I live in a closet.
Fair and square.
He doesn't have a chair. Yeah, but it's cool. We'd really appreciate it if you didn't use it. It would be awesome if you didn't. That would be great. You can disable it for YouTube,
nice
whatever. But yeah, it's very nice of you. Jesse, what are you doing this week other than trying to build a chair from various things that you find around the street?
I'm back. Videos are gonna start pouring aplenty this week. I have no clue what they will be since literally 4 hours ago I just set this thing up. So, but Terraria is up like right now. Right now.
Is that which episode is that? Is that the last one we did?
The brand new one.
Oh,
just today.
Okay, right. Yes,
featuring TotalBiscuit losing his mind. It's worth watching.
It's pretty horrendous.
It's worth watching. And then I desperately try to console him. It's amazing. It's amazing. And also this week, just totally out of the blue, I want to say that everyone needs to go look up the Game Design Forum. Reversing the design Final Fantasy VI. This is the greatest thing that has ever existed. Basically, I've said for years, Final Fantasy VI is the greatest game ever made. These guys went ahead and from like design, like they reverse engineered every decision, every process, every aspect. Seriously, I swear to God, it's like 40 pages long. Graphs, charts, system analysis. It's glorious, and it is them basically explaining why Final Fantasy VI is the best game ever made. Right?
Okay.
Well, apparently that was so popular. It's totally free, and it's seriously like, if you were to print it, it'd be like this thick. It's amazing. But so they have a thing on Kickstarter now, right? I'm totally whoring this out because I fully support them for Chrono
you haven't
Trigger.
been whoring products out the entire show, so here you go.
That's true. That's true.
There you go. Do it.
They're on Kickstarter, and basically they're doing Chrono Trigger, a reverse design engineer of this entire thing. Same thing they did with that, right? They're going to take NPC sociology, like the script analysis, game balancing, everything that went music, everything that went to the game, and basically say, this is why this is such a great game. And they're going to like that's straight up like book stuff. And so they're I fully support them because Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy, I think I said at the very beginning of this podcast, are my two favorite games of all time. So fully support those guys, and they do it for nothing. So I already gave them money. I was like, here, take it. Whoosh, take my Kickstarter. I love those people.
Do you have the Kickstarter link for that? Because that seems interesting. I'm gonna have a look.
It's Kickstarter.com projects slash 1444. I just send the link.
Let's just, well, more of a case, just Google it. What do we need to Google to find it? What, Kickstarter Final Fantasy VI or
Kickstarter
something?
reverse design Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, first thing, just look for Kickstarter Final Fantasy VI, and that's the first thing that comes up. So that's nice
Final Fantasy VI. If you do reverse engineering Final Fantasy VI, right there, and Kickstarter Chrono Trigger, right there, and it's them reverse designing an entire game. And just if you don't believe that what they do is legit, go back. I swear to God, when you get to like page like 30 of Final Fantasy VI, and you start seeing them graph the amount of talking like each character does versus how much screen time they have, and basically they're like, this character's on the screen for only 4 hours of the game, but does like Bannon, one of the characters early on in the game.
Okay.
He's only in the game for like the first 1/4 of the game, but he does like 90% of the talking because he's that big of a character.
Really?
And so it's amazing what they do. And so full support. I love those guys.
So crazy.
Genius.
That's awesome.
We need more of that on the internet. That's what the internet's for. right there.
That's some
so,
really cool
full
stuff.
Support.
Utterly pointless, but really awesome. So definitely worth a look
Yes,
at.
utterly pointless. There's no reason for it to exist, but the fact that it does is amazing.
Yeah, do have a look at that. No, you can't really crash Kickstarter. That's very difficult to do. I'm sorry, but if Tim Schafer can't crash Kickstarter, then you guys aren't going to pull it off.
Right.
So,
After they make like billions of dollars, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. So there you go.
When I was at GDC, Tim Schafer was walking around with like his film crew because that's
they're
like
filming
part of
the
his
documentary,
Kickstarter, right? Like he's making the documentary.
Yep.
It was so funny because he was just like, it was just Tim Schafer with these dudes all dressed in black carrying so much equipment just following him around everywhere. And it just made me laugh every time. And I wanted to photobomb so badly, but they were never filming around me. They were just walking. So
disappointing. But yeah, that's
depression.
pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm really happy about what they're getting with that. I will play the game. I did contribute to the game, as most of you probably did as well. But I know I won't enjoy it because I hate those kind of games. But it seemed like it was what I do. I hate it. It seemed like the kind of game that I should support though, because the movement is good and I like the principle behind it. So there you go.
Right.
Schafer 2012. That's how it is.
Schafer 2012.
Schafer 2012.
Yeah.
And what am I doing this week? That's a good question. A few things. Obviously, mailbox this week. There's more Guild Wars 2. We've got a lot of footage, but it's hard to actually come up with anything because I didn't play it. So I'm not sure if anyone's figured out how hard it is to commentate footage that you didn't play. It's pretty damn hard, especially if you want to be right about everything. We did put out an underwater video. It was pretty cool. We revealed that there is a shark button. It's very important. And also, I can reveal that that is not just a shark button. That is a ghost shark. You press that button, and a ghost shark will attack your target. It's pretty awesome. Also, sharks are available as pets in that game. You can get a shark as a pet if you're a ranger.
Sold. Instant sold.
Yep, there are fully
Instant
underwater
pre-purchase.
Pets. Yep. The shark doesn't sprout legs and just start walking on the land, unfortunately. No, it's an underwater pet that will be summoned if you go underwater. So you can have an underwater pet. You can get a shark as a pet in that game. That's pretty cool. We've got a lot of footage for PvP. We're looking to, hopefully in the next few days, put together a video of Explorable Mode Dungeon. We were the only guys to ever do this. Nobody else in the press beta did that. Yeah, you just... It's like 2.5 hours of the devs and my cameraman dying horribly because the dungeon is far too hard. The Explorable Mode is hard mode, by the way, and it is really difficult. So this should be interesting stuff there. We've got some more World vs. World PvP and probably looking at the Necromancer, maybe the Ranger a bit as well. So we're trying just to dig through the footage and see what we can do. Also, WTF is, we've got Star Prospector. That's looking pretty interesting. I've got one
Star Prospector!
Exactly.
There be gold in them stars!
Should have seen it coming a mile away, but it's almost 2 o'clock, and I'm very tired, so I didn't see it. But it's okay, you can have that one. Also, Jane's Advanced Strike Fighters, having a look at that one. And just some other general stuff, I think. I don't think there's anything particularly special scheduled for this week. A couple of Iron Squid shows, the Group B of the StarCraft 2 tournament, featuring Idra, MC, Symbol, and so on and so forth. So definitely worth having a look at that. That's available on ironsquid.tv on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And I think that pretty much covers it, folks. That is it. That's it for the podcast today. So thank you to Jesse and Dodger and Mario the Cat for his cameo appearance.
Thanks, Maru.
Thank you, Maru.
The biggest contributor to this show, I feel, honestly.
Absolutely.
Really, honestly.
Yep, it's a 3-minute loop, and it's more interesting than looking at Jesse all day. I can tell you that for a fact. I haven't even been looking at him this entire show, so I think we'll bring Mario the Cat back. That sounds like a good idea. Oh, don't even get started with me. I can't be guilt tripped by you.
I just
You're
ate
not a
my
real
tear.
guy.
When I...
You're on the internet. You don't count. We're done.
That's true. I'm not a real person.
We're done, folks. Thank you very much once again for watching
Thanks,
the Game Session
guys.
Podcast. Goodbye.
Bye.
Today, like that's like today, featured ingredient is Odorless.
Yes, that's it. That's it right there. You've got it.
Well done.
Well
done. Nailed
Well
it.
done.
You have to stroke your long beard while you...
Shameful display!
I love the... To me, I imagine an old British man with a monocle. And say, "Oh, shameful display!"
Oh, shameful display! Our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display.
Oh god, that's amazing.